What's going on, my gamers and ballers, and welcome to day 2 of eFIBA Season 1, in which we still got national teams fighting and clawing to be crowned champions in their region in NBA2K. Yesterday was insane. We had the eFIBA Asia qualifiers, but today we have the eFIBA Africa qualifiers, and I'm so excited, and especially to work with this beautiful man to my left. Chris Simpson, how you feeling, man?
Mate, Vince, excited, delighted to be back for day 2. We had so much fun, all right? We figured out we're separated at birth, kindred spirits. We got the energy going. The big story today is 2 former champs are going to be playing in their respective pools. This is going to be pretty epic.
Oh my God, I can't wait. And I know some people are just coming in for the first time. You're saying, oh, this beautiful couple right here, what are they doing hosting? Well, I want to ask real quick. Give me 3 things that maybe people don't know about you that you maybe didn't say yesterday, but they want to know.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, first of all, I'm half Australian, half Irish. Shout out to Dublin. Shout out to Sydney as well. Of course, had the absolute privilege of calling the FIBA Opens in the past and some truly amazing finals there. And I guess we got a baby in the family as well. He's like Latvian, Australian, Irish, so he's got to declare for one national team eventually, but should be fun.
That's fantastic. To start it off, actually, yesterday I said I'm Jamaican Chinese from my mom. My dad, I'm actually Black, Irish, Italian, and Scottish, all right? Now, if you listen to the stream, I'm a huge anime fan. And right now, Robin's back. I want you to look at this right here. If y'all know about anime, right there, that is Naruto. You know. And also, I actually wore this outfit on purpose. We're in Africa, okay? And I want to say to all my Wakanda fans forever, let's do it for Black Panther. But I'm so excited to get this day started. And what we're going to start off today is that we're going to give you highlights from the eFIBA Asia qualifiers right now.
Look at that. 3 and another.
Great fast break off the backboard. And I'm telling you, I am hyped. This is the first game of the eFIBA Season 1, Mongolia versus Indonesia. Let's get it going.
The national colors on the teams right here. 5v5. First possession of eFIBA Season 1. Fuego with the ball. Corner man wide open. And our first 3, Vince. A beautiful backdoor play. Fuego already activated, though, with a massive driving dunk. Oh, my word. Put that dunk on the highlight reel.
Again, Fuego off the interception.
Pressure defense and a big old dunk right there. Again, turnover point.
Don't take the pedal off the gas. And bam! Air Jordan!
Indonesia get that win.
Indonesia versus the Philippines. Second game right here.
And another baseline drive and a huge dunk. Instead to get the offensive 3-second right there. As we see the air.
Oh, monster dunk by the Philippines. I want that as a replay.
The Philippine team coming away with the big dub, Vince.
Good job.
Good job. I love you.
I love you too, man. I love the Philippines. Stop dunk. And then this man from Lebanon says, oh, you tried that? This great fast break off the backboard. We need a replay, baby. Let me get another one. As the boards, I see you, big boy. You just, oh my God.
What? Okay, that might be the dunk of the tournament, Vince. That was huge. So we're underway. Paolo working the open ball and an early 3. Wow, Saudi Arabia come out swinging.
Awesome right there. Oh, off the mark, but that was a deep Steph Curry 3.
Touching distance, we see a shot from halfway. He turned his back there, Vince.
Oh my goodness.
Lebanon just got absolutely destroyed by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
We are back right here, eFIBA Season 1. You just saw some booming highlights from the Asia qualifiers. Chris, are you still impressed from yesterday?
Oh my God, mate. It was hard to sleep last night. It was such an epic day of action. Shout out to the production team on that highlight reel right there as well. The player reactions, which were, I guess we couldn't see them live necessarily all the time, they made it all the sweeter.
I got a shout to Fuego. He gave me a DM and he said, yo, thank you so much for showing support in Indonesia. Can't wait to play in the finals. Congratulations. And I did tell you, we're going to start the eFIBA Africa qualifiers, but we got to give congratulations to the 4 teams that advanced for the eFIBA qualifiers for the Asia. And those teams were Saudi Arabia, Lebanon. Then also we had the amazing Indonesia and the Philippines.
Yeah.
How impressed are you by them?
Yeah, massively. It has to be said. I mean, we've got our two favorites for those finals right there, the Philippines and the Saudi Arabia team. Saudis, by the way, going for the four-peat, which is history when it comes to eFIBA. That's going to be massive.
Okay, and also really I give another shout out. Thank you so much for Mongolia and Qatar for participating. I'm telling you, it means a lot for your country. Y'all showed out, y'all played your hardest, and hopefully we see you again. But now it's time to go for today's games, and I can't wait. Now we got the teams for the eFIBA qualifiers of Africa. And I'm telling you, right here, let's take a look, because this is a beautiful country, and talk about these nations.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, look, a bit of housekeeping to begin with, though, just to let everybody know, due to technical issues, Benin and Ghana won't be able to participate. But look, that is, one of the risks of running a purely online tournament. Occasionally we'll come up against hurdles like that, but I'm sure they'll be back in future eFIBA Season 2. They won't be there today, though.
But again, we got Tunisia, Egypt, Madagascar. We got still Côte d'Ivoire, or the Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, and Morocco. I mean, 6 nations are still playing with us, but one of these teams is going to come out on top, and I can't wait to see which one. Do you have a favorite for this?
Yeah, look, it has to be said, former champs are always the ones to watch, okay? So we've got both Ivory Coast in one group, but also Egypt in the other group. Egypt in this first group we're going to be having a look at here, Vince. I think they are going to be the team to beat, and they're going to be coming out against Burkina Faso and then playing the doubleheader, so back-to-back games against then Tunisia. But honestly, we haven't seen Burkina Faso before. We know Tunisia can ball as well. Yeah. This is going to be an incredibly tight Group 1.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Group 1, it was amazing, and we already got word that Egypt already won the first game against Burkina Faso. Again, you just told me, experience versus inexperience, which again, we kind of expected, but we also going to see Faso later on in today, because this whole tournament is insane. But remember I told you how there's like 6 possible winners, because we broke up the different regions from Asia, Africa, Europe, and North America. Now, back real quick, with Asia, it's split into 2, Southeast Asia and Middle East, and with America, it's going to be North America and South America. But here, with Africa, we split into 2 groups. You saw the first group. Yep. This is the second group right now that you're going to see. Madagascar versus Morocco to start over. Madagascar, then Côte d'Ivoire, and then Morocco versus the Ivory Coast, or Côte d'Ivoire. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. But the Madagascar, the first game is going to be played offline. The next 2 are going to be online. And what can you predict from these?
Yeah, look, first of all, your pronunciation was spot on, mate. Beautiful French. Le magnifique. However, Madagascar, they can ball, and then you got the former champs, which I already touched upon, in Ivory Coast. That, for me, is going to be just a really good matchup right there at 18:15 is the timestamp. But we can't write off Morocco either. And what we're seeing, particularly when it comes to 2K, this grassroots level just flourishing of esport athletes. And these basketball federations, it has to be said, FIBA leading them into the esport arena, and they've been supporting the players and building these national teams so well, Vince.
Now, I want to remind that the time you see in the middle is CET, Central Europe Times. That's 1700, and then back in the day. So remember, CET time, and ain't your normal time where you are. However, let's get to another part of this beautiful season in which we have what you call eFIBA squad members. I got to introduce one of them yesterday. He's handsome, he's amazing, and he's from Turkey. He's becoming my friend. We send DMs all the time, and his name, I'm gonna say it one more time, it's Alper Beachin, but we call him Bison. How you doing, brother?
That's right. I'm fine. How you doing, man? You
Fantastic. Good? Oh, I'm doing great. I had to pronounce your name correctly for the people there in Turkey to give respect to your name. All right?
You're doing amazing on that.
Thank you so much. Now, what a day yesterday. It was insane. I got 2-part question. The first one, what was your impression from the games from the first Asia qualifiers?
First of all, I have some notes on yesterday's games, and especially Indonesia's lockdown player, Tafo. He really impressed me yesterday. I think he's a great potential lockdown. And I would like to congrats the teams that went to finals.
Exactly. And Philippines went crazy for J-Mac. We have a soundbite. He's saying I love you. Do you know why he's so famous over there?
Like, I have no idea, but he's so sympathetic and lovely. The way when he said, like, I love you to you, we all laughed in our streams as well. It was a crazy moment.
Oh my God, Salamat. I finally got thank you right. Now, you're an experienced e-sport, eFIBA watcher. I see the gamer chair in the background. Is there any player we should watch out for today?
Today, yes, of course. He's from Egypt. The Zayn ain't greening. He probably greening like crazy. He's like 17 years old, and he won like a couple tournaments last year. He actually won a national trophy with his football team in real life. So I think he will be doing good numbers today, and he's like a player to look today.
That's fantastic. And you know what? I got one more question for you. It's a personal one, okay? We know about Chris, we know about me, but I want to know about you. Now, you're a gamer yourself. Do you have a gamer tag that people can follow in your favorite game and playing whatever console you have?
It is actually same on every single thing in my life. Alper Bijan, my first name and my last name. I don't use like username, so it's my real name and last name. You can find me on every social media. Every gamer tag is Alper Bijan.
Oh.
As you pronounce it very rightly.
Thank you so much. It's fantastic. Can't wait to get more information about the tournament from you, brother.
Okay, good luck, guys. See you.
Peace out. All right, that was Alper, one of our eFIBA squad members. And now we have highlights from yesterday when it came to the e-qualifiers of the Asia.
The eFIBA Season 1 is here. Where 30 nations will participate trying to reach the finals of their region. In the qualifiers, nations are split into groups where they face each other once in a round-robin format. The top two from each group will progress to the knockout. Live on Twitch and YouTube.
And that was the breakdown on how the tournament is going to work. And I said before, we got a possibility of 6 winners from different regions all over the world. I can't wait to see more.
Yeah, absolutely, Vince. And I really like the format as well. I think from a latency perspective and just to keep the competitiveness as well, they've got the countries grouped together geographically. It means the connection is going to be as good as possible. Better, I guess, viewers and also better player experience. So can't wait, mate.
I can't wait. And telling you, we got some fantastic games from the Africa, you kept talking about Egypt. Egypt, I'm really going to watch through and through. We got a lot of players that actually play in real life, as Alper told before, and we're going to get into it in a little bit. But the first game is almost underway. I'm telling you, we're going to have Tunisia versus Egypt and take down this matchup.
Yeah, here we go. Look, there's the Tunisian lineup right there. We got Momo, we got Air Max 1, Spartiats, and Black Jesus here, and then Reyes Zokar. And honestly, the Tunisian team, I'm hoping anyway that Air Max 1, especially with a name like Air Max 1, he's going to be Air Force 1 out there, the president leading this team. It's going to be really interesting to see who takes up the mantle for Tunisia.
Absolutely. And now we have Egypt right here. We got Mohamed Younes. He's the captain. We're ready for him. Tahir Vo, anonymous dentist. Found out he's actually a dental student, which is amazing. Fidget Snipes, which you talked about before. And last, Zayn A. Greening. And actually, Alper was talking about him, so make sure you keep eyes on that man from Egypt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's always interesting when a young, up-and-coming player who is just hot hand joins the national team. And hopefully they just let him loose, out there. And he will be greening, dropping in those threes. It's going to be interesting to see, is he going to be their point guard sharpshooter? Is he going to be going from the corners? Can't wait to see the matchup.
Absolutely. And now I'm bringing it back one more time. This is the iPad because we are live, baby. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube, but also follow eFIBA_official on all different social media when it comes to Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and also Instagram. And I'm going to the iPad right now. I'm going to get it right. This is how we live. Ryan, you're back. How you doing, brother? Instagram, go Egypt. We got Egypt, Tunisia, Emmy Biggie. What's good? Now, PBE Social, J Mac is he's already got fans. Here we go. Philippines aren't playing today, okay? We got the Africa Cup, okay? This is Africa qualifiers. No, there's no Philippines, no Asia, but you know what? We got the love. And also, we're talking about Zamba saying that Yadi Twins is going to be a champion. That was amazing. But I'm telling you, let me see the flags, all right? I want to see the flags for Tunisia. I want to see the flags for Egypt, okay? All through the stream, I want you to show as much support as you can because I'm telling you, these players know. I mean, they're playing live. Is that not right?
They are, Vince, and they're representing their nations. National pride is on the line. They're putting on the digital national jerseys here. But I also want to see not just that, I want to see hot takes. We are reading the chat, and we're reading all through the game. Let us know who's going to be the best player, who's going to be the best performer, who's going to win. Obviously, we have the prediction polls going as well, but type it in the chat. We love hot takes. It lets us, you can be the analyst with us as well, right?
Absolutely. And right now, I see Tunisia is throwing some flags. You already got some shaking emotes. And again, use the emotes on Twitch. When I was hosting on Twitch, that's one of the most fun things to do, all right? Yeah. Make things entertaining. We want to see that chat going crazy. And also, we're going to have a poll. The first poll right here, I'm going to press it. We got Tunisia at 71% and Egypt at 2%. We're saying that people are saying Tunisia's going to win. Why are they thinking
this? Well, listen, Vince, we come in, we do our pre-prod, we have our chats. We're staying at the same hotel, so we're hitting the gym together in the morning. We're having brekkie. We're looking at our player notes. We're making our predictions, but we were way off with one of them yesterday. We had someone come into chat and say, no. This is going to be a blowout, a 50-point win. And my God, it was. The Saudis won by 70 in the end, actually, even more than 50. So sometimes, chat, you know what's up more than we do, so let us know.
All right, now, as we already had a game played offline, so we have the standings from Group 1 from the eFIBA Africa Qualifiers. And as you see, Egypt is already up 1. Again, this may have been 2 technical difficulties because usually there's more points to there, but they're number 1 in the standings. And as you said, they're defending champs, all right? FIBA Open 3 was insane. And I'm telling you, that last game that I think you guys were talking about before was fantastic. Yeah. I mean, you had Gabon, Ivory Coast, Tunisia, Madagascar, and Togo in that Africa Conference. Yep. And now there could be a rematch between Tunisia and Egypt, right now, but maybe in another tournament could be another championship.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so you're getting champo game, quality games here at the pool stage, which is what I really, really like. And this is just Group 1. There's another group as well where Ivory Coast former champs are playing. Look, Egypt come in with the target on their back. They are the reigning champs, which means everybody's going to feel like they're playing their final when they play against Egypt, okay? Yep. They've got something to prove. Yep. They're coming back for the repeat. We saw Saudi Arabia in day 1 of eFIBA Season 1 come back effectively in the pool stages, defend their crown. They're going for the 4-peat. Egypt going for the 2-peat. It's a lot of pressure on these young men as well. I love the format, though. I love the round-robin format, Vince. Yep. We were talking about that yesterday. You lose one game, you might be going home. I love the pressure.
That's up for grabs. And also, I'm going to check this matchup one more time because I'm looking at Tunisia, and they got some good players. But you're saying about, I said Air Max 1. I mean, is there any other players you really know pretty well on the Tunisian team?
Momo and Air Max 1, and we are not going to have to wait too much longer, Vince, because the players are just about ready to come out of the digital tunnel here. They're ready to represent their nation. We've got our first televised match right here as we see the team captains locked in, communication ready to go. This is going to be pretty exciting stuff right there. And they both look pretty calm to me. What do you think, mate? Game faces?
That's Mohammed right there. I can't wait to see him play. I mean, like I said, been trying to get in contact with these captains to see how they feel about being a part of this fantastic tournament that's from eFIBA Season 1. But they're ready to ball. So you know what? This is the first game of today of Day 2. eFIBA Season 1. Vince and Chris, it's time to get it going. So let's get this. Oh, my goodness. Look at Egypt. White and black, looking like the Brooklyn Nets. I love it.
Absolutely. So it's going to be Tunisia here in the red, Egypt in the white jerseys, and this is Pro Am mode, okay? 5v5, highly customizable, obviously avatars and jerseys, which is what makes it look so pretty out there, Vince.
Absolutely. All right, we're about to get jump ball. We're going to start it off. Let's see who's going to get possession first, and that's Tunisia in the red. Beautiful. Oh, already starting with some swag. This is beautiful. Crossover right here, trying to keep control. Already open lane. Not rejected. Beautiful going through the contact for that 2-pointer.
Yeah, he got the user-friendly roll right there. The happy rim. That's a happy rim right there, Vince. It's been, cuddled and put to bed at night. As we see, Tunisia with a quick turnover, trying to just extend this early lead. Some good hustle there, though, from Egypt, just slowing things down defensively. And you can see they're working this pick and roll move as we see another big block right there.
Ooh, rejection again. Matamba would say, no, 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 not today, but not in his house, because they're already starting strong. Beautiful, crazy pass out of bounds. Is that still in? No, that is crazy when it comes to the graphics here in NBA 2K.
Yeah, absolutely. The motion capture in 2K. Yeah, if you blink and you might think you're actually watching the real basketball here, it's looking really, really good. But so far, kind of cagey. As I said, this is going to be a highly competitive group right here. Tunisia coming out and showing early on anyway that they mean business. Passing up on the three. They are trying to work the ball to Jesus here, and he misses though.
Man, great now, big man, but again, got to finish it. Those are easy points. Still 2-0, 3:49 left in the first. That is a deep three, nothing but the back of the rim. But as you see, we have the lineup. As you can see on the right, Mohamed Yuza is the first one. That's the captain of the Egyptian team. Make sure you take a look at him, because he may be a dominant force here in Egypt.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were really keeping a lookout here. Oh, for the shooting that we were expecting there. Green and knocking that in. And, well, more of the same, please.
Oh, my goodness. Now Tunisia getting control. Beautiful backdoor, two-handed jam by the big fella. That's how you finish through the contact, and fantastic flush right there at the rim.
Yeah, and that's just kind of going to be a little unsettling for the Egyptians. We see a quick shot from the corner and a miss, just showing Tunisia that, you know, they got a few tricks up their sleeve right there, as we see both captains pretty much, you know, calm, focus, locked into the game. Nothing to write home about necessarily there. But so far, so good for Tunisia. I think they'll be happy with the pace of the game. They'll be happy with some of the cuts they're making. But likewise, Egypt, pretty good defense.
I mean, great defense. Already seen 2 blocks already from this Egyptian team, and they're definitely working together. And also, I'm seeing the captain already speaking to his teammates. Now, communication is key, not only when it comes to virtual and real life, but when it comes to this fantastic tournament, because if you don't know what you're talking about, then you may get some miscommunication, and something like this could happen.
Yeah, and as we saw them work the ball really patiently there and find their open man for the three, but they just didn't quite stroke it. That could be a little bit of nerves as well, Vince. Like we said, guys, this is international eFIBA Season 1 basketball, representing their nations, and it's a lot easier said than done, you know. It's a lot easier on the commentary desk than actually playing these games, mate.
I know, but I've never seen an air ball in 2K yet, and I just saw them for the first time there. I guess the nerves is getting to them, but I'm telling you, they have to take a second, take a deep breath, and come in with a beautiful fast break dunk by Tunisia. That's the Red Riot. I'm loving seeing this.
Yeah, that was really nice. So we've seen like 3 elements already to their repertoires. We see a beautiful two-handed dunk, and that was just a calming basket right there for Egypt to say, let's stay within 1 point. Hey, a 1-point differential, my favorite in all of 2K, Vince, because anything can happen.
Anything can happen, and I like that back and forth. They're making sure that they are there, they are aware, and they're making sure they're going to try their best to get this win. Great offensive rebound by Tunisia. Great pump fake. Now that's realism to the max.
That was really nice right there. But look, Tunisia are showing they can work it into the big man. They've got the baseline backdoor cut. They've got the three, and they've got the quick transition bucket. They've been practicing as we see Green and pull up, and another miss for Egypt. But you can see what their main tactic is. It's greening, working kind of anywhere from the top of the key to just about the wings, trying to get those open threes. Meanwhile, at the other end, we're going to get our first free throws here. Tunisia just showing that they've got a lot in the repertoire. I'm really impressed early on in this one.
I mean, right now, this is a grudge match. These two are enemies. They're trying to make sure who's going to win. But also, I'm thinking about they have more ball movement. Both these teams sound like we saw Saudi Arabia. They had one tactic, behind the three. That was it. I'm seeing more of a balance when it comes to these two teams. They're trying to find out if they can drive. They're also using picks. But this crazy three, as soon as I said it, you know what? Maybe they did take the Saudi Arabia playbook, because that was a beautiful, nice drain behind the arc.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, now they went full court pressure as well there. Already in the bonus, so it's scrappy out there. But very interesting to see as we see the first free throw knocked in. Really nice work here from Chiba. Knocking in another one. Tunisia will be happy with this early lead, but Egypt know what they want to do. They want to hit threes and then go full court pressure.
Exactly. Point guard now Green, and again, Alper said get a guy on him. Great pump fake to the big man into the corner. They're definitely taking advantage of using the pump fake, trying to get the defender off his feet so he can get down to the lane. But then a great running three from top of the arc like reading rainbow. It was clear as day.
Yeah, look, Bison gave us the shout out. I mean, he warned us, watch out for Green, and he did his homework on that player. He's young, and he is getting ready to just come in here and rifle it as we see Tunisia bounce back with a 3 of their own. What's going on in the chat, Vince?
I'm right now about to check it out. I see Tunisia has a lot of fans. I don't see many Egyptian fans that are tuning in. Let me see the flag. I got some Irish fans in here, which is interesting. And you always said you love the Afros. And also just a reminder, if you're on any kind of social media platform, please follow eFIBA_official on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and also Instagram. And beautiful pass, but could not finish it.
Yeah, nice cut to the bucket there. And already we're at the end of the first quarter, Vince. It's going so quickly here, mate. This is like, I want the games to last a little longer if they could. So far, so good. Tunisia. We did warn as we get another 3-pointer right there. Oh, look, and he's got the celly. He's flexing. He's looking at me. Are you not entertained? The Maximus moment right there. So far, so good in this one. We promised a good match, and that's what the folks are getting as we get a nice reverse dunk.
Right in the face, like a FaceTime long-distance girlfriend. That was up close and personal, but digital. I'm telling you, and that was a behind-the-back two-handed slam. Great defense from Tunisia. I think right now they're getting the momentum. They're getting their groove. 17-14, pump fake from the corner. Looking right now, look at the slot. Oh, great D by Egypt. I spoke too soon.
Yeah, and I just want to point something out. Both of these teams, beautiful pull-up right there. You got to hit that, though, at this level. Nice offensive board, kicks it back out. Both of these teams are rotating off the ball defensively really, really well, Vince. They are hustling, but Greenan missing an open 3 as well. You can see what Egypt's game plan is. They're just not quite stroking Green on those, but I think they're close as we get another reach-in foul.
I mean, right now, again, they're very close. It's like being a real shooter. If you can hit the front of the rim, just give a little bit more time, never stop shooting. Shooters are going to shoot. Eventually, these shots will fall. You cannot lose confidence in your ability. You're here for a reason, but then the slammer, jammer, airwalking. Let's go, Tunisia. I'm loving this aggressive offense.
Oh, the slammer, Alabama right there. Roll Tide, Vince. Roll Tide. Oh, listen, production crew, can we please get that dunk in the highlight reel as we go end-to-end off the front of the rim? That looked like me shooting out there, Vince. A little bit ugly, but oh my God, we got our first big dunk of day 2.
Oh, absolutely. I think that was a little vengeance, but here coming back, oh, great body control, going right there to that beautiful layup, and then giving a little Sully saying, hey, yo, Egypt, we here, we ain't going nowhere, we up by 7.
Really, really nice work here. It has to be said, Tunisia up by 7 early here in this game. Egypt, they got to wake up a little bit because 7 points can become 10 real quick. Let's see if Ziane Greenan can actually pull something up. But look at this. They're wearing him like a glove out there, that defender. Really, really nice stuff. Rotating well off the ball. 5 to shoot here. Could we see our first shot clock violation of the day? Yes! Oh, my word. Shot clock violation. If you're playing 2K bingo, there you go, guys. Tick that box.
Called lockdown, amazing defense, and I want to get to the chat. Finally, some Egyptian fans are here. Hamada, LOL, what's going on? Omar Salama, 237. Egypt, but they're down by 7. They need more cheering because Tunisia is definitely putting in that dagger.
Roger that. We've got a correction, Vince, because we need to give credit where it's due. It's not the Irish tricolour we're seeing in chat, mate. It's the Ivory Coast flag.
It's the Ivory Coast? I am sorry.
As an Irishman, believe it or not, even I've made that mistake before, mate, so don't feel too bad about it. It can happen. Shout out to, obviously, our Ivory Coast fans in the chat, but also I have it from my sources, as we see in really nice free throws, that come eFIBA Season 2, the Irish and the Australian teams, Vince.
Oh.
If my sources are correct, they'll be back.
Oh, my God.
You heard it here first. Breaking news on the desk.
Breaking news. That's the fantastic work from the production crew. Thank you so much for the correction. So shout out to my Ivory Coast. All right, we're going to see you later on today. But, oh, my God, a roll-in 3. I actually want that as a replay. You don't see that often in NBA2K because the realism is real.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we call the home field advantage right there, isn't it? The user-friendly roll. I wish every rim was like that for me, but it's not, unfortunately. Here we go, trying to add to this lead as we see a beautiful dunk at the other end. A 12-point first half lead right here, and activated player for Tunisia. Everything going right for Tunisia as we see even better defense. Egypt this is kind of approaching must-score territory because Tunisia are pulling away, mate.
Exactly. That was Cheb 3 and 667, also known Mohamed Chibane. I'm telling you, the guard can fly. That was an airwalker dunk. I'm seeing Tunisia, but Egypt right now trying to get some more control, trying to get back in the game. They're down, but they're not out, but off the mark from that three-pointer.
Yeah, look, as we see the two teams come in right there, it has to be said, this Tunisian team, there hasn't necessarily been one player that's stepping up and making a name for himself, but we have seen Jesus here really working the boards, which I love to see that hustle, but a real team effort so far.
Oh my God, it's actually amazing. Let's see this right here. Crossover, trying to get there, Egypt, trying to get the right off the mark. Nope, that's not right. Okay, great full court pass. Sometimes we don't like that, but I think it made Tunisia's advantage. All right, on top of the key, giving some control, trying to find out what offense they're going to run, but great defense by Egypt.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be Tunisia's ball here. They've still got 11 seconds on the clock. Under a minute left here in the first half. Two activated players for Tunisia. Let's see if they've got an inbound play. Well, you know what? They just keep it really simple, but get rejected as well. Sometimes you don't need the pump fake. Sometimes just put it away, mate.
Exactly. And also, I want you to act with the Pro Am mode as well. You can get up to 6 players to each team. All right, you need 5, get up to 6. So I'm noticing they're actually using the subs, which is beautiful. Can you get some fresh legs?
Whew. Nice dunk there from Air Max, looking really good. Yeah, exactly. 6 national players in the squad. Don't forget that as well, on top of that, you've got coaching staff and statisticians. You've got a nutritional team as we see another missed three-pointer. And this has been the story so far of the game as we see end-to-end turnovers here. Egypt just not making their shots, it has to be said. That looked like an and one right there.
That looked like an and one, but great visualization of the court, understanding that they're blocking this full court pass that Tunisia's trying to do. Every single time they see an open man, they're trying to do that football pass, but Egypt has found a way to stop it. They've been getting a lot of easy buckets. I'm talking about Tunisia when it comes to that play, because they're trying to make sure they take away the fast break. But boom, right there from the corner, off, but great offensive rebound and a foul, and he's going to go to the line.
No, they're going to say there's no contact there. I'll tell you what, the Zebras are letting him play. Look, refs are people too, not really in 2K, but they're just letting him play out there. I don't hate it, but look at this. 33-19, end of the first half. The format is what's crucial here, Vince, okay? It's round robin in the pool stages. That means you lose one game, you might not be going to the finals. And point differential, as we saw yesterday, played a massive, massive role. So this is a big, big second half coming up here for Egypt. Don't forget, everybody at home, Egypt are the defending champions. So Tunisia pretty much said, come at me, bro, as we see a nice bucket here to start the second half from Egypt.
Beautiful 3 leading scorers right now. Cheb from Tunisia and then Greenin from Egypt. Right there, 17 points each. Now, those are 2 right now, the outstanding players on each team. But I got to say, this has been a fantastic game, but I don't think the score replicates it. It's been great defense on both ends of the floor, but it's just Tunisia's pulling away with great threes and using their teammates as well as they can.
And we got a big brain play right here. By the way, I'm loving the Rambo headbands on 3 of the Tunisian players as well right there. Big brain play. Why? Offensive 3-second violation. The big man in the paint right there. Now they'll get the inbound play and try to work some points. They've got 5 to shoot though, so not a lot of time. Working it down low, got to get the shot off, and he does. It's a big old dunk.
That's a big man slam right there. That's when you know it. Mr. Black Jesus is right here. 8 rebounds, 8 points with 3 assists. He's all over the place. And then anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Right there, coming back, Egypt with the slam.
Muhammad Yunus with a dunk of his own. Absolutely, the big man. Oh, we got out of bounds, Egypt's ball, so full court pressure working well for Egypt right there. That was really, really nicely done. Now they want to try and turn this into some points, and if I know them, Zian Greenin is probably going to work the top of the 3, excuse me, top of the key there for a 3, but he passes up, resets. They are definitely looking for 3 ball first and foremost. That's a deep one, rattles in and out, unlucky. Quick turnover yet again though for Egypt, and again a 3-pointer, fouled, so we're going to see 3 free throws at the line. Try saying that 5 times right there.
Oh my goodness. You never want to foul anyone behind the arc. That is 3 free throws. And I've always said shots win games, but free throws win championships. And as you see right now, the big men with the fantastic dreads. I love the rainbow dreads. It's beautiful. But again, he's 1 for 3, showing that man he is a true big man in real life.
Yeah, big man, missed free throw. But hey, you can't make them all, right, Vince? And here we go. Tunisia now, it feels like forever since they had the ball, but we see a nice dunk. I like it. High percentage shot. We already spoke about the repertoire in Tunisia's game. They're working it inside. They're working it outside. They've got the transition and they've got the backcourt cut, baseline cut, as we see good defense, but rattle home right there for Egypt. 10-point game coming up on halfway through the third right here. Mission nearly complete for Tunisia, but this is where the pressure is going to get big as we see an air ball right there, and perfection will be demanded, Vince. 2
air balls in 1 game, but I see the chat is going crazy. Tunisian fans are still there. Kizil, what's going up? How you doing? Tupac, FTW, I see you. 7 Zamba, all right, and Emmy Biggie, they're going crazy. They're rooting for Tunisia. I know Egypt is in the chat. Again, follow us on all social medias. That's going to be eFIBA_official on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. As Egypt right now takes control. He's in the corner. Pump fake going up. A layup. Easier than taking candy from a baby.
Wow, they're going to count the and-1 here, so a potential 3-point play. Of course, big man shoot free throw. Big man miss free throw. And but still, this 10-point buffer for Tunisia. We're seeing the game break down a little bit now. It's scrappiness, desperation from Egypt as they're trying to chisel away here at this lead. But at the same time, Tunisia getting a bit nervous as it's cut to 8 here. Can Tunisia keep their heads about them, survive this full court pressure, and keep pouring in the buckets, or will Egypt claw their way back? That is going to be the story here in the remainder of the third.
Right now, and you could break that full court pressure. Just pass the ball around, as you see, underneath the basket, reverse layup off the mark. But Egypt with possession, and I just got word, we're going to have the captain for the Egyptian team for the interview at the end of the game, no matter win or lose. So if anyone in the chat watching live on Twitch has a question for the captain, wants to know what he thinks about his team, how he thinks about the rest of the tournament, let me see you in the chat, my Egyptian fans.
Beautiful 3-pointer there, and that might be one of the best offensive plays we've seen yet, Vince, from Egypt. They were patient. They didn't hesitate. They found the open man from 45 out, and he just nailed it. As we see a nice big block on defense right there. Good offensive board, but only 10 to shoot. And here come the real Egypt. Have they finally shown up, Vince? This is the team we knew could put it out. And here we see another corner 3, back-to-back 3-pointers, and the game is only 2 points. Tunisia with a timeout to pump the brakes and basically say, wow, what just happened? They just got hit by an Egyptian whirlwind right there, Vince.
Oh my God, that was an Egyptian sandstorm, all right? Look, they were down, but they were not out. As you just saw, the captain, Mohammed, was like, let's go, baby. We're not done with this game. Now we got it to 2. Yes, it was a 10-point deficit, but the game was far from over with this foul right here. They're not gonna quit, and I gotta see my Egyptian fans in the chat. Let me see those flags, baby.
Yeah, really nice stuff. That's what we call a good foul. Even though they're in the bonus, it's all good. You want to make the opponent work for their buckets, but at the same time, a steal there, a turnover, and some quick points would have been tied ball game, so I like that foul. And here we go. Egypt working the open 3, and now, yeah, look, ZNB Greenan has found his stride. That is 3 3-pointers in a row for Team Egypt. And that is exactly their bread and butter. They're feeling themselves right now.
Absolutely. And Tunisia right now is kind of on their heels because Chap, who's been dominant most of the game, is getting locked down as we speak. Beautiful defense from Egypt. That was fantastic. Oh, off the back of the rim. Good rebound, and now they have control possession.
Yeah, this is the big possession right here. Can we see our first lead change since the first quarter here, Vince? We got 30 seconds left. There's a foul. Is he going to the line? Yes, we're in bonus. So here we go. Can he make both of these free throws here, ZNB Greenan? I'm pretty sure he will. There's the first one. First lead change since the first quarter, Vince.
You see the captain really proud of his teammates saying, yes, let's go. And I did say Egypt all right? Because it's going to be, we talked about it's a new word, guide, right?
Guide.
Everything is guide. So Egypt is doing amazing, but as you can see, they're now first time leading in this game, 41-42, and it's coming toward the fourth quarter in less than 20 seconds. No, they're trying, oh my goodness, beautiful open rebound and just hanging on. A little disrespectful right there.
He really did look like a sloth hanging from the tree, just chilling there on that big dunk. And I love a one-point basketball game because anything can happen every single possession. Zine Greenan is activated and he misses the three. Final seconds here of the third quarter. There we have it. Tunisia managed to claw back that one-point lead, but let's not forget, Egypt in the third quarter. That is the story of the third quarter. They came back and took the lead just for one possession.
Just for one possession, but still, as you said, a one-point game, anything can happen. It's basically roulette because with this great three from the corner, the big fella looking like a Luka Doncic. That was a fantastic three by the big center.
And for real, you really are when you're one of the corner shooters on a 2K team. As we see a nice pull-up right here. And he missed, though. That's two bad misses in a row from Greenan, but you know he'll keep shooting Allen Iverson style. When you're a corner shooter, Vince, it's a lonely existence. You might only get, you just got to sit there, wait for the ball, and then be perfect, right? However, when it does come to you, you got to be perfect, and he was.
I mean, as of right now with Tunisia, Cheb is throwing amazing passes and has been scoring absolutely whenever he is. And I gotta admit, watching him play is actually highly impressive. I didn't think he's gonna be that good on the Tunisian team. I mean, we still had Black Jesus, we had Rizakor, but he's definitely showing out. And also, the captain is just being a great support system right there on that Egypt team.
Well, look at that babyface assassin, bottom right-hand corner. Zine Greenan, 17 years old, has won international cups playing soccer in real life as well. So he understands teamwork, but he also understands scoring, okay? And that's what he's been all about. This has been a whole bunch of points here in a row, really, from Tunisia. Good to see Egypt actually get a bucket there. But Tunisia, you know, they got knocked down, got right back up, and started scoring. But a big old three from the corner and a one-point game again here. It's coming down to the wire, Vince.
Oh, you saw the big celebration from the captain, Mohammed. And I'm telling you, back to Zine Green, I'm telling you, this man also has been playing competitively for 6 years. He started playing NBA2K 7 years ago, 6 years competitive. That's why he's playing one of the best players right here. But actually tonight, Black Jesus on the Tunisian team, I just say 14 points, 12 rebounds, a double-double. We got some ballers today, Chris.
Yeah, loving the double-double. That means he's really hustling. Zine Greenan, heavy weighs the crown when you're the shooter, man. I mean, but he is not back down. Look at him trying to work this shot. Are we about to get another shot clock violation right here? Got to pull the trigger. There it is. It's a miss, but a good offensive board. Mohammed kicks it right back out. They know their game. That is 4 misses in a row for Greenan, though.
Oh
we see
my
a massive
goodness.
dunk.
Woo, we need a replay on that. That was on 2 towers right there, going right through the defense saying, you're not blocking me because I'm Hulk. Smash, and another smash by Egypt. Oh, it's getting fiery, Chris.
It's going end-to-end, dunk-to-dunk. These poor rims, mate. They're going to need some Band-Aids after this one. They're getting battered out there. Really, really good game. A nice reach in. I don't hate this at all. They're not in the bonus. You're trying to get that ball back for your team. What can Tunisia work from the inbounds? I love a good inbound play, Vince.
Absolutely. And right now I'm going to the chat. DMZ is back. He's the one that called that 50-point lead from Saudi Arabia. And he's saying that Egypt is going to win by 10. There is 2 minutes and 22 seconds left, DMZ. You really think Egypt can do that? But I see the love for Tunisia. They're going crazy. But this game is fiery as we speak.
Yeah, absolutely. First really close game we've had as well, Vince. You know, they've been comfortable wins so far. As we see a nice drive and a dunk right there. Mongolia did push Indonesia pretty close, but it felt like Indonesia were in the driver's seat for a long time. Zine Greenan, as you see, 9 from 20. He's got 7 assists as well. So the game flows through him for Egypt. Winning by 10? Mate, if they pull that off, then, DMZ can change his name to Nostradamus. That could be a bridge too far, though. I can't see them scoring 15 straight right here. But this is going to be a tight finish no matter what. And he really is taking the ball to the rim with authority.
This is a Dunkapalooza, back and forth. And you know what? It's not the big fellas dunking. It's the guards. It's the Derrick Roses. It's the Jamal Murrays. It's the dudes that are taking it up. And they're coming from the backcourt, going right to the on court saying, look, we got the moves, we got the bungees, and we're showing out that we can also polarize and pulverize, then posterize on everybody.
Absolutely. Listen, it's Dunkapalooza, mate. All right. But the best bands are playing on the small stage right there. We got Muggsy Bogues getting hops out here, mate. Absolutely awesome. Thanks for taking me to Dunkapalooza, mate. This has been brilliant. Burning Man next. Okay, what can Egypt do here? Trying to tie the game up, trying to work the open ball. They had an opportunity to hit the corner there. They passed on it. 10 to shoot, 10 on the clock, working the ball inside. Got to put this up now. And a quick timeout for Egypt. Big brain play again, Vince. 3-second violation was on the way.
Gotcha. Smart timeout. 7 seconds left when it comes to the shot clock. They're trying to get that tie, but they need to get some points. 1:12 is an eternity when it comes to NBA 2K. So why don't you use it to your advantage? And look, foul coming out from Tunisia, actually good foul because they're not at the line yet.
Yeah, but it does push the shot clock back up to 14 seconds, so the pressure's off to Egypt from the time perspective. However, the inbound is picked off by Tunisia. That might be one of the biggest plays of the game so far, and it came from an inbound. As we see, again, the big brains on display here. It's a timeout to stop himself from getting the backcourt violation. You got to use it. You can't take him with you when the game finishes. Really good stuff here from both teams.
Okay, everybody relax. Okay, right now my blood pressure's up. I need to get some pills because I got to get it down because it is 56-53. And actually, DMC just said it's going to go to OT. And then by 10, but after that, Skywalker dunk. The force is within him. I don't know if Egypt's coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like Yoda getting the dunk out there as well, didn't it? So here we go. The pressure well and truly on Egypt. Every possession critical now. Big three-pointer dropped in, though, for Greenan. He is coming in the clutch. It doesn't matter how many shots you've made or missed. If you're making them in the fourth quarter with less than a minute left, you are the man, the bomb. He's doing great right here. But now Tunisia have to answer with a bucket of their own. They're activated. Off-balance three. It missed.
Oh, that was a crucial rebound right there. You need to get possession. Again, a little more than 10 seconds left. But in the shot clock, but it has been a turnover. What is this, a timeout from Egypt? Oh, it looks like it's coming back. 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. First game of eFIBA Season 1 Africa Qualifiers. I am hyped, Chris. I hope you are too.
Yeah, mate, this is truly awesome. The timeout was such a good play. He was falling out of bounds, hit the timeout. The reflexes on display were epic. And now they have an opportunity, just a 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock to tie it. Oh, what a block!
That's a replay right there. That was probably one of the best defensive plays of today.
That's massive. That's so huge. Huge block. That was to tie the game. And then an instant timeout again. So Tunisia get the ball all the way up the court. Egypt are probably going to foul right on the inbounds or try to get this steal here. Defense showing up. There's the foul as we expected. And now it's going to come down to, we're not in the bonus just yet. Very, very close, though. It's going to come down to free throw shooting. If they can't get the steal, if they can't get the foul, he's trying to pick the pocket there. They might have to do the flagrant foul. There we go.
Very good. Oh my goodness! Right now, it's a timeout by Egypt. We have an interview with the captain of Egypt, win or lose. So everyone in the chat, if you have a question from him, let me know. But as you see, blood pressure high. This is the first game of today. All right, they got another game. But goodness, Tunisia, I gotta give you credit's due. You're showing out. Now let's see if you have ice in your veins to drop these free throws, and he does. Now it's a 3-point game.
This is it, and this right here might be for the win. He knocks it in. Very well done to Tunisia. They have withstood the Egyptian sandstorm here to finish this game, Vince. They are going to win by 4 points. Game number 1, eFIBA Season 1, Day 2 in Africa, and a massive, massive win for Tunisia, knocking off Egypt, the reigning champs.
Oh my goodness. Now, my gamers and ballers, we do these interviews to see how these players feel after the game, win or lose, and we have been blessed to have the Egyptian captain, Mohammed, right here live. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Very, very hard game. Tunisia, very, very tough. How do you feel right now?
I'm very sad. We must win. We take I take an easy shot. I take a block. The game go from my hand.
Man, I see the emotion, but I have to say one thing. Zine Greenan had over 30 points on your team. How proud are you of him right now?
He's a very good player, but he missed a lot of open shot. But he doing good, but he still have more.
Yeah, gotcha,
but
man. I feel you.
We start the game. Everyone has a stress. We miss a lot.
Gotcha, and I'm telling you. Now, Chris, I don't know about you. You have any questions for this man? Because you're the eFIBA expert.
Well, mate, I guess the biggest question is going to be, what do you do in game number 2 you've got coming up a little bit later on? How do you turn it around?
After we win against Burkina Faso, we're going for this game. We need to take the lead of the group, but I don't know what happened with us.
Completely understandable. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait to see you again, and I think I'm saying shukran until the next game. All right, brother?
Shukran. Okay, see you.
Gotcha. Right back to you, Chris.
Mate, appreciate it. We've got some epic highlights coming our way right here. In particular, first and foremost, Vince, we're going to be having a look at the highlights from the winners, Tunisia here, and all of the buckets they were able to pour in. It really was a fantastic game. Now, low scoring by the standards that, some might be used to, not 120 points, but when two really good teams who know each other very well go against each other, 60 points is a really good outing. And that was all they needed in the end. But as we're seeing here, they had a lot in their repertoire. They had the great dunks, they had the great shooting, they had the baseline cuts as well, and a couple of quick transition buckets. They kind of came out and just slapped Egypt in the face and said, come at me, bro. And honestly, Egypt just weren't ready for it to begin with. Now, that said, we also got an amazing comeback from Egypt. We're going to be seeing some highlights in a moment of that in the third quarter especially. That was when Egypt decided to say, okay, enough's enough. It's time to claw our way back. As you can see, the score getting closer here, and in the fourth, it was down to 4 points, and then 3 points. I mean, it was a tight finish, mate. We needed a breather. We needed an oxygen mask right there, because it came down to the wire, and eventually Tunisia with the 4-point win. A very tight game. You can see the pain right there in the Egyptian captain's face.
Now, right now, I really think it was too fast and a lot of furious when it came to Tunisia. They came out hot. I mean, a 10-point deficit, but I gotta give credit where credit's due when it came to Egypt because they clawed back. But as you see right here, these free throws were crucial. As you see, making these down, and I'm gonna say this over and over again for my real ballers out there. Shots win games, but free throws win championships, okay? They're free for a reason. A lot of people don't work on those because they don't think, oh, it's just 1 point there, 2 points there. But they have to know that then it starts to add up. Those 1 points become 3, 3 becomes 6, and before you know it, you lost the game.
And what was fantastic was those free throws came directly after the massive block we saw, which is the previous highlight. That might have been the biggest block of the tournament so far here at eFIBA Season 1. Day number 2, the first game that we're broadcasting has not disappointed, Vince.
It's been absolutely action-packed. I'm gonna see everybody in the chat. Tunisia fans are going insane. S. Dot, thank you so much, saying that, look, things have been going great. I mean, Ibiki just went, good luck for you guys next time. And I see Tunisia saying GG's all over. Good game, good games. And right now, I want to go right here to the Egyptian highlight because they also did a fantastic job coming back from a 10-point deficit. Right here, one of the first plays in the game, real quick, using that beautiful stroke, nothing but the ball in the net. Point guard taking in control. Again, this running 3 is one of the most popular moves we see in NBA 2K.
Yeah, look, Zine Greenan was definitely the star of the show for Egypt, okay? And he is their shooter, scores a huge amount of their points as we're seeing here. He definitely has the skills. He's a young player. Bison gave us the shout out and said, look, watch this kid. He's going to go out and ball today. We heard from the captain there that he didn't make all of his threes. That is what, unfortunately, is expected of you if you're going to be the point guard sharpshooter archetype, because the entire game, win or lose, effectively is in your hands. You are expected to make those shots, and when it comes down to it, you only lost by 4 points. So one or two of those extra missed threes go in, and you're winning.
But I gotta say this, as a baller myself, no, I'm not gonna say that because them 4 points are different when you got down by 10 in the beginning. Once you start digging yourself a hole, then it's about climbing out. You gotta keep it on the level playing field at all times, especially with NBA2K. And the celebration right there from the captain, Mohammed, saying, yes, let's go, because my brothers are up for battle. And yes, Zenith Green did great. I mean, he's over 30 points. You scored over 30 in a professional, beautiful game of NBA2K. And there's some skill.
Mate, the pressure is on for these young lads as well. He's only 17, representing his country. You know, tens of thousands. You know, we've had millions tune into the eFIBA tournaments in previous editions as well. So the pressure is on. You can see what it meant to the captain right there. The third quarter was all about Egypt. They can hold their heads high.
Yep.
They did not take it lying down. They came into the third quarter and said, you know what, enough's enough. We're going to make a game of this. And for just the briefest of moments there, Vince, they had a 1-point lead. Just for the briefest of moments in the third quarter. But then, to Tunisia's credit, they came back, they took the lead back, and they held on to it.
As you just saw, and those dunks were crazy. It was a volley. Dunk, 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 dunk. Dunkapalooza. Get your tickets, because I can't wait to see some other games for today. But I got to see the standings of the first couple of games of the Africa qualifiers here in eFIBA Season 1. Now, as you see, Tunisia up 4 points with 1 win. Again, Egypt -3, and because of certain technical difficulties, Burkina Faso is down 1.
Yeah, absolutely. However, Egypt aren't necessarily completely out of it. That's going to be like the good news, you know. They're gonna have another chance, as I was saying to the captain there. How do you bounce back psychologically? That was going to be the key right there for them. You know, it might not be until Tuesday, Wednesday, but they're gonna more than likely get another shot, unless we can see Burkina Faso come out and cause a massive upset here against Tunisia. Egypt will be back, but now the pressure goes to Burkina Faso. It's going to be a really, really interesting game coming up.
I can't wait. And also, we actually did a highlight of one of the players on the Egyptian team. We actually had a great interview with him. This right here, as you can see to my right, is Mohammed Yusuf. Again, 26 years old, eFIBA Africa winner. Now, he won in the eFIBA Open 3, but also, I'm finding out he's actually a real professional basketball player. And I have a question for you. My eFIBA expert, Chris Simpson, aka Trumpet Monkey. Follow him as soon as you can. How important or how useful it is of being a real player in real life than playing in 2K?
Yeah, I think it's critical. I think what we're actually seeing when you look at the Filipino team there yesterday, there's a lot of similarities between a real-life basketball player and an e-athlete. They're probably spending just as much time in the gym, you know, that many hours a day training. They've got the coaching staff, they've got the tactical staff, nutritionists as well, the sleep patterns. So I think it really helps that you've been an in-real-life player and now you're going to be an e-athlete. You understand teamwork, you understand the grind and how much it takes to be brilliant. Plus, he's a leader of men. You know, he's experienced IRL, which means when it comes to the digital world, he can do it.
Exactly. Again, he played competitively in real life. He's been playing 2K for over, I think, 6-7 years. Okay, and 2 times competitively. And also, I just want you to know, he's also a power forward and small forward. The way he played, do you think he's a true forward, though?
Yeah, I do. And I got to tell you, you know, kind of multi-discipline right there. It means he can get down in the paint, get in the thick of it, get ugly where you and I don't want to be found at all. Or he can play from the wings and stroke it green from out there. But, you know, real life and on 2K, that's pretty respect right there.
And also, we got to talk about his favorite team, the LA Lakers, okay? Now, I never asked you this, Chris. Do you have a favorite NBA team?
Well, you know, growing up, Magic Johnson, definitely my idol right there. And obviously the massive rivalry with the Celtics. You know, we're kind of seeing that type of rivalry brew right here, there in the Africa Conference because that was a big win for Tunisia. Now Egypt can maybe bounce back.
Okay, also, and I just want to say real quick, mine was Vince Carter. Always been a fan when he was at UNC, that North Carolina Tar Heels. Then at 98, going to the Raptors. So I was a Raptor fan 4 years. Also a T-Mac fan when I found out they were cousins. And I was like, yep, I'm not leaving the purple, the black, and the red ever. I mean, that's one of my favorites. Did you like the Raptors?
Oh, yeah. Listen, Vince's dunk contest win as well. What year was that? Was that 98? That might have been like...
That'd been 98, but it was in the 90s for sure.
I just remember at the time, every kid on the basketball court at lunchtime was trying to replicate that and obviously failing epically. But hey, it's good to have heights to attain.
Okay, and now right now, I have one question for you. How does it feel, okay? You see these beautiful countries fighting on this fantastic platform, being a representation of their country. What do you think it means to these players to represent their country, especially with the eFIBA tournament?
Yeah, I think it's massive. I really do. As we've kind of already alluded to, many 2K players that are playing in the eFIBA Season 1 have also been IRL basketball players for their countries. This means just as much to them as it does suiting up in the real world. Yeah, it might be a digital jersey, but they're training hard, as we just touched upon.
Yep.
They're working so hard to represent their nation. And honestly, there's probably even more people watching them play due to the digital format and the fact we're going across Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok at the moment. So many eyeballs on them, so the pressure is on. I think it means a lot. I think they're very proud.
Now, we got the captain of the Turkey team and also the captain of the Spain team, Taku and also Mario, who basically have this a beautiful feature. And how does it feel in that basically representing their team in eFIBA is one of the biggest achievements they have? Check it out.
I am Tansu Aksoy from Turkish national team. I play as a small forward position. I am also the captain of the team.
Can't make it happen. Tanzu over to Kato, and Kato, of course.
We won 2 championships in a row, and this will be our 3rd, hopefully. It will be a proud 3rd tournament for us. It will have some kind of impact on the eSport organization, both in Europe and also in Turkey. I think we will have much more support than normal this year from Federation, hopefully. So it has, it feels honoring. It feels, for us, it feels unique because it's national team. National teams are rare to happen. To be selected and to play in that tournament is like a unique thing.
Hello, I'm Mario Ortega, center for the Spanish national team in FIBA basketball.
Ave Mario 32 here on your screens, and Jesus.
If I told a younger version of myself that I would be here representing my national team and all that, I wouldn't believe it. Because at that time, the scene wasn't developed at all. I was playing for fun. But now being representing my national team is huge for me. As Spanish, I think for the good or for the bad, we are so passionate of anything we do. And I was hosting the training camp for making the last selections on the team. And I saw it there. Like everyone is so passionate. Like everyone is gonna give their 100% all the time. And I think that was make us like different. Like we are gonna give our all the time. When you enter a tournament, you have to go with the mentality of winning it. The main goal is to win, and for me, we are favorites to win like every tournament.
Tanzu from Turkey, Mario from Spain. I mean, favorites to win, showing how much they love their country. That's true patriotism right there. That was an amazing.
I really love that feature. And to let everybody know, eFIBA Season 3, 2 million viewers for the Spanish-English game. I mean, that's an old school rivalry, all right? You know, Queen Elizabeth, the Golden Age, the Spanish Armada. But 2 million views on Twitter, actually. That's where the broadcast went through. I woke up the next morning and was like, wow, what just happened? Did that really happen? 2 million views. So it shows you, you were asking just before the feature, what it means to represent the nation right there. I mean, they're at the Basketball Federation headquarters right there for their respective countries. Massive, massive stuff.
Muchas gracias to that. I know a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of Espanol, but also a little shuffle in the schedule right now. So we have another matchup that I'm very excited from Group 2, okay? Madagascar versus Morocco, as you see, coming right here, 17:15, again, CET time, but again, we're going a little ahead because it was a shuffle in the schedule. Really excited to see them come out, and then also after that, we're gonna have Madagascar for Côte d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast, and again, apologize of mixing up the flags. I thought it was the Irish flag, but it's really the Ivory Coast, and lastly, we're gonna close out from Group 2, Morocco versus the Ivory Coast. What can you say about this group, Chris?
Yeah, once again, I think we're gonna have an incredibly tight group right here, Vince. The key is the fact that Ivory Coast are former champs, but we know Madagascar can hang with them based on previous tournaments anyway. Okay, and Morocco, esports and gaming, in particular in these kind of, across all Africa, but definitely the North African nations are really, really popular. So we're seeing, and also supported at a grassroots level. So we're seeing teenagers being encouraged. We're seeing the structure in place to train, to perfect, to become great. We're seeing coaches and really fantastic entire apparatuses being built by these national basketball federations. This is going to be really tight. Any one of these teams could take it.
All right, but now let's check out these matchups from these two fantastic teams. And as you see, on the top is Madagascar. Take it away, Chris.
Yeah, here we go. So look, Ranto, Andri, Mr. I Don't Play, Rover Andri, Joyce 7, and Drano. And Drano is a name that I am familiar with because, mate, he likes to drain those threes.
Oh, God, he is the captain. And talking about Morocco, as you can see, we got Iskadari, Osama 96, it's Mamao, and Proto 94, and Sharif X. I'm excited to see all these players. I was actually looking forward to seeing Obito Uchiwa, but he's not there right now. He might have been subbed out. I'm going to watch out for Skyri 97. I mean, the one thing I do know is about the Moroccan team, they're new in my mind, but I think they're going to come out firing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned that grassroots level, so you might not have seen them play before, but don't be surprised if they come out and they are working the meta. They've got the perfect avatar builds, and they just come up and basically say, let's go. We're the new kids on the block. We've got everything to win, nothing to lose, Vince. That's exactly what we could see right here.
Now let's go to the chat right here on Twitch. I'm seeing the Ivory Coast bonjour. I found out French is like the main language over there. I really appreciate it. Okay, the time zone we're in CET, but I see from the Ivory Coast, Yellum Next is saying, let's go Ivory Coast. We got some more flags coming in. I appreciate y'all. And also, people are saying they're from just Georgia in the house. Georgia's here. And also Canada. SS Dots is from Canada. How you doing, A? All right, I'm just right below you. I'm from New York, so I know it feels it's kind of cold out there, but I appreciate y'all. And I want to see y'all in the chat because just found out we are ready to start the second game of the day, the first game from Group 2. And I'm telling you, bonjour for my Ivory Coast and Mahona for Madagascar. I know a little about it. Let's get it started, y'all. And as you see, the captains are ready and they look fierce.
Well, to quote the Canadian in chat there, we're about to find out what it's all about, okay? Because this game is going to be absolutely epic. I can't wait. We've said as well, Madagascar can hang with Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast are former champions. There's Madagascar in the red, okay? And so this, I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting another low-scoring affair, a cagey affair, Vince. This could be 60, 50, 60 points and not too much in it.
Now, you're an eFIBA expert right now. Madagascar, but Morocco is also in the red as well. Okay, this is Morocco. All right, so this is crazy for me. I don't know what's going to happen. This is going to be insane.
Yeah, this is interesting. Probably what I would refer to as the commentator's worst nightmare. As, yeah, excuse me.
Okay. This is going to be a little crazy because right now I can hardly take it. All right. There's a little bit of a delay. Again, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get something with the internet and then it just won't go right. But we're going to get back to you as soon as we can. Really excited to see how this match is going to be with two different teams with the same color jersey.
Yeah, so Vince, what we're hearing there from production is, again, a slight communication issue between the two teams. There is going to be a restart momentarily, folks. Apologies for the failure to launch right there, the false start. But we are taking off here. We are going into the outer stratosphere, into outer space. But there will be slightly different colored jerseys. Okay. And look, thank the 2K gods for that, Vince, because we were going to have a pretty hard time calling that game with two red jerseys. What are they trying to do? Give us a heart attack on the desk? But so look, momentarily, Madagascar, Ivory Coast will be right back. It should be very cool.
Madagascar, that's going to be Madagascar and Morocco.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, yes.
Morocco, yeah, so that's what it is. I mean, but the one thing I know with Madagascar, I got to say, shout out to them. They're playing 3x3, which is great. They came first in the Africa Cup. But when he talks to the players, you talk about Adrian Drano. Now, this man is a captain. He's played 2K for over 10 years, okay? 2 years competitively. And just let you know, as a captain, Chicago Bulls, favorite team. You talk about that Jordan team, Scottie Pippen, you know, my man Dennis Rodman, and he keeps it going. His favorite player, Steph Curry. Then he's a recent graduate of the University of Maryland with a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and Criminal Justice. His hobbies, I think I love this man, is watching anime and playing basketball. You're a man after my own heart. And also, he played 4 years of varsity basketball and lacrosse, and that was about 6-10 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, played varsity level. That's to be respected as well, especially when it comes to basketball. Criminology and anime, that would make for a pretty awesome crossover. Law and Order anime. Would you watch that, mate? No, except what I love about that is he competed at a really high level when it comes to high school sports as well. So he knows what it takes to actually be great. He realizes he's got to get in the gym and train. And of course, you know, if he studied criminology, he's smart. He's got book smarts as well. An intelligent team captain right there who's going to be leading these men. But yes, of course, Madagascar, Morocco. My apologies, had the wrong game. I was getting excited right there.
That's all right.
This one is going to be really, really interesting. This might even be a tighter game than Madagascar, Ivory Coast.
Okay, gotcha. And also, let's see the lineup one more time because I want to talk about some more players against Madagascar. Now, before we got this game started, we asked some of these players from some crucial questions, okay? Sadly, we got a little bit from Morocco, but from Madagascar, we also talk about the one and only Frankie Anderson with Daisy. He's the Mr. Don't Play right now, second from the top. And this man's favorite team is OKC, okay, the Oklahoma Thunder. Steven Adams is his favorite player, man, big, strong one. And 15 years he has been playing NBA2K as a shooting guard. His rival said is Egypt. The African 2K Esports FIBA Championship, that's what he's saying he's went. And also played soccer, football, my respect, basketball. Back at Virginia, he actually got a football state title. He's a former math teacher, now IT, outside video games. He plays basketball, has video game hobbies. And fun fact, he can rap every word from Lil Wayne's Millie and J. Cole Lost Once.
That sounds brilliant. I love we love the rap references, okay? There's a few players in the tournament who fancy themselves. I think the social media team might have a lot of fun actually with that, Vince, maybe for season 2. A few rap battles in between the actual battles that we see on the court as well. State champ.
Yeah.
That's pretty massive. I mean, that's a big deal in the States. I know that's really hard to do. That basically means you played a perfect season. You went to the state championships and you won out there as well. That might be a really fun question for him. I want to know were there any penalty shootouts?
I don't know the penalty shootouts because right now we did see that amazing World Cup, which I got to give credit's due. Morocco, congratulations, okay? Hey, one of the first ever Africa national teams to qualify for the finals in the World Cup in football. So congratulations here, okay?
And that's got to be relevant though, because the entire nation, they'll have a lot of wind in their sails right now, Vince, you know, and the national pride will be running high. So they'll be feeling really, really good about themselves. And that's infectious, and that can really permeate its way into all levels of society. We don't have to wait any longer, mate.
Okay, Maraona, and right here from Moroccans, let's go, baby. All right, we're about to get this started right now. Group 2. eFIBA Season 1 Qualifiers Africa. We're ready to go. As you see, the captains are already talking. They're saying they're ready. And look, 2 different kinds of light. Blue right there underneath, and then you got the yellow. 2 different teams, same jersey. I think they may change it. I don't know. But if they don't, me and Chris got our work cut out for us.
Yeah, we do. I don't think we're going to see red on red right here. You can see the comms are already going. This is going to be, I love the format of this tournament. We've already touched upon this, Vince.
Yep.
Round robin, you lose one game, you might be going home. So the pressure is on these young men representing their nations. Madagascar, Morocco. I'm actually really glad this game got pushed onto the docket because I think we're about to see some fireworks.
As you just see that the jerseys have changed. It's going to be white and red. And shout out to Recam13 saying, hey, that would be confusing. But I see everyone in the chat. They're live on Twitch. Please follow eFIBA_official on all different social media platforms when it comes to TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and of course, press that follow button on Twitch with notifications. And we have started right now. 0-0 possession to Madagascar is in the white. Morocco is in the red. Great defense from Morocco. And let's see what they can do this game, brother.
Yeah, here we go, mate. This is going to be really, really exciting stuff. We already saw one of the best blocks of the tournament right there, actually. That was a lot of fun. And here we go. So Morocco working the open man. They could have had 2 shots there, and he strokes it in. Morocco on the board first here with a massive, massive three-pointer. We know that Madagascar can definitely shoot the lights out as well. Trying to work that corner shot. The ball, nearly stolen right there. Really good rotational defense, but a nice authoritative dunk to get the ball rolling here for Madagascar.
Absolutely. Now, right now, 3-2. I'm telling you, just 3 minutes, a little more than 3 minutes left in the first. Now, I'm seeing right now beautiful penetration right down the lane. That was a little crisscross, and I'm a boss, and I love them moves when it comes to that great Moroccan team.
Yeah, that sends a message as well to Madagascar that you're not just going to have to. As we see a nice open three in the corner, it rims out, though. You got to knock down those shots. Sends a message here saying, hey, you're also going to have to defend the drive as well as the top of the key, which means there's going to have to be some health defenses. We see another open three, and it's in. And just like that, Morocco come out firing on all cylinders. They're up 8-2 early in this one. Early fireworks from Morocco. We spoke about the World Cup. Will there be a bit of a pass-along effect right there? And right now, I would say yes, there is, because they're playing inspired, Vince.
Right there, that was a missed opportunity. Full court pass, wide open, like the Pacific Ocean, but did not take that layup. I think that was a little bit of jitters, but as you see, 8-2, 6-point game, already scrappy. Drano, #1 X right there, is trying to take control of this team because at the end of the day, a nice corner three from the only Madagascar. I'm liking this beautiful ball movement and that great flush.
Well, there we go. Yeah, that was a gorgeous shot right there, and that's got to be have a calming effect, you would hope, as they see great ball rotation here and really good rotation defensively, it has to be said as well, from Madagascar. But Morocco showing that they've got a game plan and they're sticking to it. You can see the tactics. It is a lot of ball movement. It's try to find the open shooter, and then if not, take your high percentage shot. And Madagascar down the other end of the court doing exactly the same thing.
Exactly. Now, right now, Morocco passing it to the corner, right off the mark. Good pass, fake, pump fake, great ball movement, trying to get the open man right down the middle. I saw that happen. Slammer-jammer time. Ooh, baby. Get the rim bandit. All right, this is actually great. Okay, Madagascar, all right, trying to touch back, point guard after point guard. Great crossover. All right, man, beautiful shuttle pass to the corner, but then off the mark, and then a foul. So it's not going to be a shooting foul, just going to be on the floor. So 12-7. Again, minute 53, right left in the first. I'm liking the white beard, looking like Santa Claus in the corner, and then right takes his time. Nice floaty, but off the mark.
Yeah, absolutely. That floaty's sinking, mate, as we see an easy bucket at the other end. And again, Morocco just saying, oh, we'll take the points that are on offer, and it adds to this impressive lead. This has been a really good start from Morocco. The story of this game so far, the solid start from Morocco, and Madagascar just caught off guard a tiny bit. It's a lot like what happened between Egypt and Tunisia. It's kind of repeating itself right here as we see a new challenger and a big missed dunk right there. Out of bounds, Madagascar ball.
If that dunk went through, that would have raised morale for Morocco because that point guard was flying and it would have been on the big center of Madagascar. But as you see, Madagascar definitely using where their strengths are. A nice long three, but off the mark.
Yeah, a bit ugly. I feel like Madagascar, as we see a nice double pump, two-handed dunk there from Morocco. Madagascar, I definitely feel as though the nerves just getting to them a little bit here. The captain just needs to get in everybody's ear and say, guys, calm down, go back to the game plan. Everything's going to be fine. Work your open shots, pass the ball around, and just relax a little bit. But a quick turnover here. Morocco, they're calm as cucumbers and playing really, really well so far as we see another big Sonic the Hedgehog dunk down low for Morocco.
Gotcha. And you hear right now the captain talking to his team, seeing what's really going to go down. And correct me if I'm wrong, this is Morocco's first time in an eFIBA tournament because Madagascar came in FIBA Open 3, so they got some experience. But Morocco is showing that they should be here. Great defense, but right there, a two-handed slammer-jammer by Madagascar. That's a big man play.
The Bama Jammer yet again, roll tide. Really nice stuff right there. 7-point lead still for Morocco, and you're dead right. Their first tournament, as we see a miss from the corner there, but still they work the open three. That's all you can ask for. Just got to make that shot. So, yeah, nothing to lose, everything to gain. I'm really impressed with their game so far. You can see they've done the homework. as we have a couple of players activated, it looks like for Madagascar, though.
Exactly. Now, let's see right here. Actually, Madagascar has, I just see about 2 players. No, 2 players are activated right now. 1 for Madagascar, 1 for Morocco. I mean, they couldn't have lost it, but as you see, Madagascar trying to take control. Again, point guard versus point guard. Great screen on the top, but right into traffic. This is beautiful defense by Morocco. Clogging the passing lanes, knowing exactly where to be, keeping the offensive player in front of you, but you couldn't stop the 3 when you got that good teamwork right there.
Yeah, they had about 3 open threes they could have taken there. They settled for the 3rd, in fairness, and at least they hit it. You can see, I feel as though the nerves are just getting to them ever so slightly. Defensive 3-second violation, which means you get the 1 free throw and the inbound ball as well here. Madagascar getting a little bit nervous. The new kids on the block showing they can hang, showing they belong here, and playing out of their mind right now. It's really good stuff.
Absolutely, and I'm so glad. Oh, great mid-range. I always said the mid-range is a lost art in real life and in 2K, because everybody either wants to be Steph Curry or Ja Morant. You want to shoot behind the arc or you want to dunk on somebody, but 2 points is 2 points, and that's a high percentage shot. People take advantage. Right here, Mercy Ibaka, when it comes to Morocco, no basketball, dunk, let's get it going, a thunder slam.
Yeah, that was really nice. Just an open 3 step back. Again, Madagascar is falling asleep for like a second on defense, and Morocco taking advantage. They have done their homework. They've studied the tape. They've studied the film as we see a hand in the passing lane, and potentially, nobody is going to catch the ball right there. That's a quick ball.
All right, 8-point lead right now, Morocco, 24-16, 3:44 left in the second. I'm telling you, I am very impressed by this Moroccan team. They're using their strengths. Right now, 2 players activated off the mark. That was great defense from Madagascar.
Yeah, really good stuff there. Madagascar needed that stop, and they've got to find some points if they can here. Again, activated players on both sides, but they're not necessarily utilizing them, which is, again, interesting. It just feels as though the captains have to rein in both the teams. If you're Morocco, the question is, guys, we're winning. More of the same. And then, as we see an ugly foul. He's going to send him to the line. And Madagascar, calm down. We've been here before. We've played well before. Let's find ourselves, as we see a missed free throw here from Drano, who is a guy, I just cursed the commentator. I said he'd be shooting the lights out. He makes the second one. They've been here before. Calm down, relax, stick to your game plan. Everything will be all right.
Exactly. And right now, going to the chat, we got Pikachu. What's going on? We got some flames in the chat. And also, we got Omar Sama. I see you in 2K Pro Am. You're saying there's a lot more mid-range in some posts. Yeah, as he says, in 2K League and Comfort, there's a lot more mid-range in some posts. And I did speak about that. You got to use that to your advantage because 2 points is 2 points. And again, follow eFIBA_official on all different social media platforms when it comes from TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter.
Yeah, here we go. And just great defense here. They got to get the ball off. Charging foul. Yeah, I thought, there you go. Okay, so if you are playing 2K Bingo at home, we've had our first shot clock violation of the day, and we've had our first charging call of the day as well. So tick those boxes, guys. Really, really great defense from Morocco as he goes in for the finger roll. Low percentage shot when you're going up against 2 big men like that. And their archetype builds with the contested shots. Working the open 3, that's more like it if you're Madagascar. That was a must-have 3, and they had it, Vince.
Absolutely. And real quick, I want to go to a chat. There actually was a question about Ghana and Benin. I just want to say, sadly, due to some technical difficulties, Ghana and Benin are not participating, okay? They did drop out, but we still got so many more games for you right here in eFIBA Season 1, live on Twitch and YouTube. And as you see, Madagascar controlling the ball, going here from the inside, contested. Oh, man, that's a great defense because they were just rushing that offense, and you saw that turnover.
Yeah, that is back-to-back massive defensive stands by this Moroccan team. Just as it felt like Madagascar were finding like a foot in the door, they just slammed it shut and said no. And so now what we're looking at is Madagascar have had the ball for 2 possessions in a row and not scored. Meanwhile, at the other end, Morocco have then scored in the last 3 possessions they've had. And look at the score now. It's an 11-point lead, just pulling away a little bit. It's kind of getting to the point where Madagascar need a bucket, like they need water in the desert here.
Water in the desert because they're thirsty. They are parched. But that was almost an alley-oop, but failed. And then here it is, up and out. Great rebound by Morocco. Beautiful cross point. Left them, goodness, like a bad relation. So, shout out to my man Kyle Montgomery. That's one of his favorite sayings. Left him like a bad relationship, but that was a beautiful play.
Yeah, it was, but that's 4 possessions now, no points for Madagascar, and it's getting desperate out here as we see a drive and another miss. And here come Morocco trying to make the most of it with another bucket, and the lead is 15. Just like that, you blink and you miss it. That's the last 90 seconds, and they've extended the lead to 15 events.
Absolutely. Now, Revo Hasina, I am seeing some Madagascar flags in the chat. Let's see your support. And I guess that flag helped because that beautiful mid-range just activated one of your players.
Oh, mate, they were desperate. They needed those points. Hey, you can't look at the mountain. It's one possession, one play at a time. As he leaves the man wide open, miss. Okay, if that had gone in, I would have been, loudly impressed, not even quietly impressed. 28 seconds left here in the first half. You want to see some positive play here from Madagascar to drop in a bucket or two to get themselves back within range. It's all Morocco here so far in this one.
Starting to feel like an Egypt-Tunisia, replay. I'm having some deja vu right now because they're in and they're not out. And as they play good defense here, all right, they scored it on Morocco. Morocco got that score, but Madagascar still got some time in a whole second half because right now it's going to be about 5 seconds, and I think they're going to save for the last play of the half, and it's up and down.
Yeah.
That's how you go in the tunnel for a halftime because now you got some more confidence, and I'm telling you, you got to stay tuned to this game. They're not out, and they're ready to ball.
Yeah, that was a big-time 3. They really, really needed that. They're still finding themselves down by 12 points right here, Vince. However, just like in real-life basketball, quite often games are won and lost in the third, okay?
Yep.
The beginning of the second half is crucial. We saw Egypt come back and take the lead from Tunisia in the third quarter of their match. Tunisia then pulled back out and got the dub. What can Madagascar do? It really is just high-stakes stuff right here.
High-stakes stuff right now, and if you saw right there, I Don't Play has 7 points, but XO Mass right there has 15 points. But I'm telling you, this man in Morocco is playing his backside off, and I love seeing it.
We're just seeing too many misses. We really are. Madagascar are not stroking it green. Look, it's easier said than done. I'm not being negative as we see a huge 3 down the other end from Morocco. The bright lights are on. You're playing for your nation, okay? The pressure is on. Lots of people watching across not just Twitch. We got YouTube, we got TikTok as well. Big audience watching as we see a huge power dunk right there. A shout out to the production crew. We need that highlight right there, Vince. That was massive. Lots of people watching. The pressure is on. And it's a lot easier said than done, and a lot of pressure on these young men.
Absolutely, but man, after that aggressive play, they're coming down 13 points. Another slammer jammer. I'm telling you, they're creeping back, but again, they're just saying anything you could do, I could do better, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're seeing there is quick buckets. So the tactic, in that regard, as we see a beautiful 3, look, there's top of the key tactic, all right, and your sharpshooting point guard. As we're seeing, shots nearly from halfway. What we're seeing here from Madagascar is they're turning to their quick transition bucket, high percentage shot under the hoop tactic, which can work. What we saw from Tunisia earlier today, as we see a nice drive and dunk right there, is all 4 of the repertoire. We saw the corner shots, we saw the baseline drive, we saw top of the key play, as well as the transition bucket. Madagascar right now turning to the quick transition tactic. That's what you do when you're out of time and you need some points.
Exactly. And real quick, if you're just tuning in, this is eFIBA Season 1. This right here is the Africa Qualifiers. The countries are still in right now because Benin and Ghana are now out due to technical difficulties. But we do have Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast, Egypt, Madagascar, Morocco, and Tunisia. But as you see right now, we're watching Morocco versus Madagascar with a full transition play. I'm loving this chemistry.
Yeah, that was awesome to see right there as we see an open 3 and rattles out. The difference in this one really has been the missed open shots that we're seeing from Madagascar. Morocco in the driver's seat. They've got the 16-point lead. They can afford to miss the odd 3, but right now, really, Madagascar cannot 2 points aren't going to cut it.
Nope, but that play was teamwork one-on-one. Pass, then let it go. I'm telling you, I remember the old school movie Hoosiers. 1, 2, 3, let it fly. And that's exactly what they're doing. But great offensive rebound by Morocco. Pump fake, he hesitated, but still hitting to the bottom of the net. Great sharp shooting, baby.
Yeah, and they're just, look, the discipline is just waning a little bit for Madagascar defensively as well. That is tactically unsound defense. You got to hustle like Russell down there. You can't be leaving sharpshooters open. And Madagascar know it. They're taking a timeout. They're down by 20 here, Vince. Pulling away right here, Morocco.
There was going to be a little saying going to say 17 points ain't that bad because it ain't 20, but it also is right next to 15 and you can still claw back. But when you get back-to-back threes, that's just getting a slice by Samurai Sword and pouring that salt in that wound. Because right now, they're feeling the burn.
Yeah, that one hurts. Okay, the one positive I will say from Madagascar right here is we see another beautiful dunk right there from Morocco, just pouring it in right now. Morocco, it feels like mentally they're just in the zone. It really is, it's free-flowing champagne basketball out there. And look at the defensive hustle. Pump the brakes right here, work the open man. That's good. Beautiful basketball we're seeing. Look, the good thing is, finish my point. Madagascar, the game's just going so quickly.
Yeah, it is.
Madagascar, all these mistakes they're making are coachable. They're fixable. You know, you got to hustle a bit more on defense, and then you got to make your open threes, and they're right back in this one.
But again, right now, it's all about communication. I mean, I think right now Madagascar's in the heads right there. Again, I don't think they're communicating enough. You have headsets, okay? You can talk to your players while you are playing this game. It's about teamwork, all right? It may be virtual. You're not right next to them, but virtually, they're right beside you because you can hear them in the air. And they have to start speaking a little bit more, saying, yo, I'm open in the corner. Oh, man, I'm cutting, because Morocco can't hear you. But Madagascar may have a chance to come back in this game, but it might be like getting hit by lightning.
Yeah, well, the one cool thing about this production is the audience can hear the captains. See a drive and a miss and a good board and another miss and another offensive board. Time is their friend, right? Love that Sonic the Hedgehog hair right there. We've got 3 activated players. Count them. 1, 2, 3 from Morocco. Another 3-pointer rattles home. Look, it's looking like a blowout right now. I don't think the score is reflective of the skill level at all of Madagascar. You're talking about communication. Unfortunately, the ship has probably sailed on this game, but for the next game, they can right the ship. They can basically say, okay, guys, we're going to hustle more defensively. Make your shots, especially your open threes.
Exactly. We still got 2 more games from Group 2. We still got Madagascar versus the Ivory Coast and Morocco versus the Ivory Coast. So they still have a chance. Again, the Rob Robin set point you said the other day was saying that, look, you play each team once, okay, you lose one, that's fine. You can come back the next, and we go to points. So they're not out of the finals just yet, because it's just the first game of Group 2.
They are not, exactly. They've got to remain positive. We see a nice dunk right there. They have to remain positive. We touched upon this yesterday, and we actually saw it was Indonesia kind of like do it pretty well. And in particular, actually, though, when we saw the Saudi Arabians come out and play against Lebanon, and then Lebanon had to play the next game after getting blown out. Psychologically. We both reacted to that one. Psychologically, as we see out of bounds can be Morocco ball, how do you rebound from a tough loss like this, an unexpected loss, and get ready for the next game?
Absolutely. I mean, like we always talk about short memory, but this is how you know we're loving this game, because you had a beautiful point coming about rebounding, but that dunk, if that would have went in, it would have been top 3 of the tournament. And my mind, I almost fell out my seat.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome right there. I'm not sure. That was a nice one. Well, they might be listening to us, mate. Look, they're finishing with a bit of pride here, Madagascar. 4th quarter, under 4 minutes down, left to go here. Down by 29 points.
I mean, 29 points, crazy.
Yeah, this one's probably out of reach, but immediately the narrative turns to, okay, as we see another well-worked shot, another quick putback right there for big man. Big man putback. The narrative quickly switches to, we got Madagascar, Ivory Coast up next. Former champs, Ivory Coast. We've seen them, though, uncharacteristically in previous tournaments, kind of not show up in back-to-back games. I still think Madagascar have a really good shot in their next game.
Absolutely, and I kind of want to do this, if you can hear me. That's another nail in the coffin because I'm thinking this game is done. I mean, we got 3 minutes left in the fourth, and I'm telling you, 70-37, it's just hard to get past this deficit. But as you can just see, it's 3 after 3. Morocco is looking like a Saudi Arabia-ish, I'm thinking. The way they shoot behind that arc.
Yeah, they are playing with supreme confidence at the moment. It was a nice 3 here. More of that is needed from Madagascar. So in these final 3 minutes now, Madagascar have just got to go back to what works, approach this final quarter effectively as the warm-up for the next game.
Exactly. And like I know, we're live on Twitch. We got quite a few people right now watching. And let you know, we do have the captains of both teams that's going to be in the interview after the game. So if you have any questions for Madagascar or Morocco, let me know. Is there a particular player you want to see so we can get them online? Maybe. But the one thing I know is that the captain will be the representative, so I got to talk to the captains first. But I do know is that if you want to get involved, let me know in the chat. What do you want to say to the Madagascar captain? What do you want to say to Moroccan captain? Because we're going to hear for you.
Here we go. And finishing strong with an epic dunk right there from Morocco. Oh, wow. So 35 point is the difference right now. We got those interviews coming up. That's going to be interesting as well, just to, you know, check on the demeanor, check on the state of mind there from the Madagascan captain as he prepares. You know, I bet he wishes he could skip this interview just so we can, you know, ready the troops for this big game that's coming up. But it's going to be really interesting, so shout out to them for doing it. But look, like the story of this one. Morocco are so calm.
Yep. Nope.
So calm.
Calm as a cucumber right now.
Yeah.
They're not rattled. They're not scared. They just keep playing, baby. 78-40, and I think they're trying to make a statement. I mean, score 20 points in 2 minutes, highly unlikely, but they just showed that they're meant to be here and that they can ball in this 2K tournament.
Yeah, I'm actually getting like the Philippine vibes as well. Ooh. So the Philippines, they pulled ahead, but they just didn't stop.
Exactly.
You know, and the high standard was just there from start to finish. They played a complete game, as they've now doubled Madagascar's score here, 80-40, so a 40-point lead. Point differential, probably in a tight group like this, is really going to come into it. So, like, respect to them for just not holding back. I think that's important. Madagascar just trying to find some type of footing here psychologically that they can build upon for the next game. But look at this defense from Morocco. It's unrelenting. You love to see it. They're finding the open man. This is just really good basketball they're playing.
Very great basketball, playing as a team, finding the open shot, moving the basketball. Defense has been great. I give it to Morocco, but Madagascar, again, not giving up. But that tournament right there, there was no communication, and that beautiful flush down the lane for that transition point.
Yeah, that was gorgeous, and we saw, mate, they've demonstrated that they've got like certainly the wing, the top of the key meta down pat.
Oh, yeah.
The Moroccans, without a doubt, as well as the quick transition bucket. You're seeing it right there. And the corner 3 as well. They haven't gone to that a lot. It'll be really interesting to see if they go to it even later games. But their repertoire is massive. Look at all the activated players from Morocco right now.
God, that transition 3 is so deadly, and it's one of my favorite shots in the game. But as you see, Madagascar pulling away, 35 seconds left. Oh, but Morocco is not letting up. Fast break, it's showtime! Right there, Morocco. I feel you, baby. Dang, baby. Is that a 50-point lead?
Yeah, that's a 50-burger right there. We saw the Saudis and Lebanon both win games by 70 yesterday. Pretty massive stuff here, it has to be said, by Morocco. It's a statement game. We spoke about the Football World Cup, and, you know, is that having a knock-on effect to the positive knock-on effect psychologically to these other athletes in Morocco? So far, we're seeing it as they finish with a massive 3 here. A statement at the end of this game. Morocco, welcome to the tournament. Massive win over Madagascar.
Oh my goodness, that was a game. I got a shout out to Morocco. First time being here, showing out, but I gotta give credit to Madagascar, trying their best, and we actually got the captain of Madagascar right here, and I wanna know if he can hear me. So he's about to be pulled up in any second right now, and I'm really excited. How you doing, sir? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well. Hi.
Awesome. Really quick, say your name and your gamer tag so the people of the world can hear you.
So my name is Andreno, but I go by Drano.
Oh, man. Drano, we've been following you a lot. That was a tough loss. What do you think were your negative elements when it came to this game?
So we're not it's not what it didn't turn out as what we hoped, but we were expecting latency, switching servers because all of our teammates we play on the North America East servers.
Oh, okay.
So we have been experiencing a lot of latency throughout our gameplay, and it's been affecting our performance in terms of we don't feel how we usually go with the flow. Our defense are sliding much more stronger or more aggressive than we usually try to play defense. And shooting, no question there. Like, it's been harder everywhere around. Passing feels later than our reaction time is just completely messy right now. But it is what we were expecting, so we just hope to build off and figure out something for our next game.
Okay, understood, Drano, and I see the emotion, but you're not out. You still got another game against the Ivory Coast. I'm gonna wish you all the best and good luck for the next one.
Thank you.
All right, amazing. And now I'm gonna get the captain from the Morocco team, and man, oh man, what a show. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, how are you? Good.
Oh, very good. And really quick, can I get your name and your gamer tag?
Okay, are you Morgan? And it was MOK on the pitch.
Oh, MOK. That was a magnificent display of offense and defense. How proud are you right now being the first time here at the eFIBA Season 1?
Yeah, we're happy because we know we have a good defense, so we know we have to do the defense. Then we play fast break. Like we have a good lockdown. Like he know how to score in fast break. So that was the tactics first. So if you can see on the game, I was on the paint. Like I was to contest all shots and take all rebound and to play fast break. And that was the tactics. Sorry, and it's okay. It worked, and we are happy.
Man, the tactic was effective. It was beautiful. Me and Chris were going back and forth. Your team has perfected the fast break and transition, and you do got one more game. How do you feel about going against Ivory Coast?
Yeah, we have one more game. I think the tactics don't change. We miss on defense because we have a good team defense, and we know how to attack with Masto because he's a very good PG at Europe. Buaxo too, he know how to defense. We have the capacity to win the next game. So I hope it will work, and we will see.
Congratulations on the win. I can't wait to see you again. Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah. One more thing for you.
Yes.
So.
Let me see what it is. What it is. Ah, there we go. Let's wave the flag, baby. Let's wave the flag. Morocco. That's what I'm talking about. I know you love your country. Thank you so much, man.
I love my country.
See you later, brother. Oh, my God. As you can see, that's what eFIBA Season 1 is all about. It's about representing your nation. And right there, that was one-on-one perfection. Back to you, Chris.
Oh, awesome. That might even be better than the J-Mac I love you moment right there. That was phenomenal stuff. And hey, we spoke during the game, pre-game as well, Vince, about that FIFA World Cup, okay? I know the Moroccan performance, you could see it, the whole nation behind them there. eFIBA Season 1, not disappointing. We got the highlight package now, and I got to tell you, that was a phenomenal performance there from Morocco. The big factor for me is the communication.
Yes.
So we're seeing, they're talking about their tactic pre-game, okay? But critical to that is communication non-stop throughout the game from the team captain and everybody doing their part, playing their role. So working the open shot. And the captain saying, yes, that's good. Work the open three. Wait, look, watch this patience here. Work the big dunk underneath here. It's just taking what's on offer at times. We saw the transition game was really strong as well. But pass and move. And they showed that they could actually shoot from just about anywhere right there. Not a lot of mid, okay? We love the mids, but man, when given a moment, they stroked green, they knocked down these threes the way they needed to. It was just truly impressive stuff. And then whenever the points were on offer to take a drive and get the easy bucket, they took care of that as well. Really impressive performance here from Morocco.
I mean, absolutely. And I'm telling you, that Moroccan captain was absolutely fantastic. And I think right here we're going to show exactly what we talked about, perfecting the fast break game. He said it was all about transition. He said if he can get these easy points, and that's what I'm translating from, they can come out with this win. And they know exactly how to pass down the court, understanding the defense is getting lazy. Even right here, weird pass when it came back to the pump fake, but then that's technically a transition three. The defense is still trying to get settled, trying to get in into their set, but they can't because of the fast, beautiful ball play by Morocco.
And it's calm under pressure. You know, in some of these situations, you know, they're nearly at the 3-second offensive violation. Calm under pressure, captain saying, find the open man, knock it in, has the vision of the full court. It's really, really important. Communication was the difference in this one. They had the tactic, and then they came back to it time and time again and communicated.
Beautiful. Now, that highlight right there, fantastic, Morocco. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm still getting hype from that interview because that flag was going. But we still got to give credit to another team, Madagascar, because they did not let up. Yes, I know a 50-point defeat means, oh my God, why are we here? Why should we be playing? But as we also seen before and yesterday, it's called having a short memory. They have the talent to be a great team. It's just that right here, again, beautiful pass, using their offensive mind, finding the open man, boom, a slammer jammer, and that's how the big man's supposed to play. I mean, open right there outside the arc, great pass on top of the key, splashing, splish, splash, he's just taking a bath, and then all of a sudden, going to the lane, using the big man as a decoy, and one more time with the flush. I will be excited to see what Madagascar is going to do against Ivory Coast.
Yeah, big time, mate. And you can see the pain in the captain's face right there. They've got to turn it around quickly. They've got to work on the comms. Yes, they have the skills. It just seemed like they were a tiny bit hesitant, maybe a little, you know, self-belief lacking. The two big coachable things for me were hustle more on defense. If you do that, you're in with a chance to win. And make your threes. If you got an open three at this level, if you want to compete, you have to be knocking down the threes. A few too many misses. Well, the great thing about that is it comes back to communication. The captain can be going to the lads, listen, let's hustle more on D, make your shots, and then they have a really, really good chance of maybe going in and causing an upset because you got to be backing Ivory Coast right now.
Exactly, and they got some more games ahead. But as you saw, that was a fantastic game from Group 2, but I'm going to let you see the standings from Group 1 when it comes to this fantastic Africa qualifiers here at eFIBA. Tunisia right there, 2. They are undefeated. Egypt 1-1, and then got to say Burkina Faso, due to connectivity, have actually got that loss. So they will be out and they won't be advancing until the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Burkina Faso eliminated from the contest, and it does happen. We are playing online. Technical difficulties will rear their ugly heads. We had the Gremlins show up only once yesterday. We've had the Gremlins show up only once today. Honestly, it's to be expected when it comes to international tournaments. But this is why we also group these teams into geographical regions so that the latency is lower, so that we get a higher standard for the viewer and a better experience for the player as well, and ultimately a better tournament. But yeah, sometimes you know, connections will drop. It's unfortunate. They'll be back at the next tournament. The most important thing is to participate.
And Madagascar did say that as well. The captain right there, Drano, said, look, we have players on the North and the South American, right in America service, so it's hard to come over here. But continue this amazing show. We told you the importance of building your avatar when it comes to NBA2K. But the thing about this is, how do you build it? Do you represent yourself? Do you add some swag? And we have a player from Great Britain, Harry, that's going to show him how he did it.
As you can see, looking fresh from head to toe, and I'll break down bit by bit. Let's go with the bottom, cow print cowboy boots, country classic. Spending my time in Dallas, I think one of my favorite places in the entirety of America. Thought I'd embrace it and bring it back home. Top of the range shoes. The shorts, I'm rocking with the 2-hour set. Very simple, very basic, black and white, just kind of checkered stripes on the side. And of course, some compression shorts underneath. You can't have cowboy boots without a cowboy hat. Looking very good, looking very tidy. And I also have a face mask on. Accessories, I'm a big accessory guy in real life. Got my watch.
Man, Man, that boy got some cowboy swag right there. I don't know where you're gonna come from. I have a question. You actually know this player from Great Britain.
Yeah, Harry, he's a little bit Magic Mike inspired right there, but looking good. All right, making it rain in the club and on the court. Hazza is an incredible player for Great Britain, and he also has a sneaker collection to rival anybody in the world, and I mean anybody. Any of you New York rappers, I'm telling you, Vince, he really has a sneaker collection. But I love the avatar build personally. What I love to do is always make it identical to myself. So what you're gonna see is a 6'5", 190-pound, long hair, and I even do the face scan so that when I'm playing on Twitch, everyone's like, "Oh my God, this guy put himself into the game." That's how I like to build my avatar.
Oh man, absolutely amazing. Got that cowboy going right there, and they're called ice creams back in the state, man. You got them fresh ice creams. But we got the next game for you, and I know right now everyone's excited. We have Madagascar against Côte d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast. Please break down Madagascar.
Oh, this is going to be massive, right? So they've got to go and turn it around here. Drano has to get the troops focused here. And we got Andri, Don't Play, Rover, Andri, and also Joy7 along with Drano. Somebody has to step up and be their primary, I guess, point scorer right here. But critically, they've just got to make their open threes.
Gotcha. And now, first time we're going to see the Ivory Coast right there. We got George, that's in George M, Beast Mode, LP14, Tim07, Orion XOF, and Magupan 225. The captain right there is George, right there on the first spawn. And I'm telling you, this man is someone you need to watch. He actually has some experience of playing because he's been playing 2K since 2K11. And I want to shout that out. 2K11 is when Jordan was on the cover, number 23 on the Bulls, going to the tuition with the tongue out. So he's been in the game for a while, competitive for 3 years. I'm so excited to see this defending championship team come out.
Yeah, big time. Orion is one to keep an eye on there as well for Ivory Coast. And whenever you put Beast Mode in your name, well, Marshawn Lynch, you got to channel that inner beast mode spirit, okay? So expect some big things from him as well.
All right, now in the chat, I want to know, because again, I will say it again. I'm a man. I'm very transparent. You know that. If I mess up, I mess up. You know, people on Instagram, you always post, "It's my best life." No, post the trips, post the falls. It's what happens, and then you get back up. So I thought it was the Irish flag. It was the Ivory Coast flag. And I want to see those flags again in the chat. I know France is a great, great influence over there because French is one of your languages, so bonjour. So let me see the support in the chat right there on Twitch. And also, I saw some Madagascar flags as well, because as you see right now, Recam is still there. Baz, how you doing, man? Sensei, what's going on? People are having a good time, and they're loving us, brother.
Hey, listen, we're enjoying ourselves as well, and I want to hear the hot takes from chat. You know, who's going to be the MVP of this game? Who's going to win? We got the poll going, I understand that, but let us know. We don't have to wait any longer, Vince. The game is ready, mate.
They're in the virtual tunnel. Another game from Group 2. You are treated, and as you see, the captains is there. Drano, again, getting hydrated. Talked about how the latency and that connection, hopefully they got to upgrade. But as you see, George liking the yellow and green, represent his country right, loving the hair, beautiful background. That right there is one of the kings of the game, and I can't wait for them to start this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I mean, critically here, I feel as though Madagascar have to just calm down. They got to relax a little bit. They got to hustle, but also make those shots. And you can't make those shots if you're feeling tense. You got to be loosey-goosey to stroke it green, mate. So here we go. We got Madagascar are going to be in the white jerseys here, and Ivory Coast, of course, in those beautiful orange jerseys with the blue highlights.
I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to talk to production. I'm also going to talk to FIBA. Is it a possibility to get these jerseys in real life? Because they are fire, they're tough, and we're about to get on the way. And 3, 2, 1, bam! As you see, Ivory Coast getting possession. Beautiful afro. As you see, beast mode, showing why he's the beast, doing a little backflip. Oh, great quick flick of the pass on the rim, but rejection right there by Madagascar. That's how you start the game. Oh, baby, now he's it right there in the corner. Oh,
huge stuff right there, Vince.
Ooh.
Really, really nice block right there. I mean, that is a statement as we get an alley-oop, but it fails. Ivory Coast coming out with the fireworks early on in this one. Open three. Surely that's him, but he actually missed. Don't call me Shirley. Really, really nice work here. End-to-end stuff. Madagascar got to hit those threes, though. They didn't listen to coach.
Oh my God, that's right. And again, Beast Mode showing it. And shout out again, we just got from Yelv Next says Magupan225 the MVP. So Magupan225 saying the MVP from the Ivory Coast. And also, ladies and gentlemen, if you right now are watching this, my game is in Ballers. This is your man Vince Chang. You can actually follow me on Vince Chang 21 on all social media outlets except Twitter. I'm Mr. Vince Chang, but Instagram is the main one. It's Vince Chang 21, VINCECHANG 21, and let them know where they can follow you, Chris.
Yeah, you know it, mate. Look, Trumpet Monkey when it comes to Twitch. And you could search Trumpet Monkey on Twitter as well. You'll find that Estonian_Raider. Yeah, follow us on the socials because we're going to be doing some very fun things, particularly on Sunday, Monday. So make sure you drop us a follow. Madagascar dropped in a nice three there as we see a good cut and a dunk right there. But two epic dunks in a row here from Ivory Coast. So this game has all the fireworks we've been hoping for.
Now again, entertainment is about the game, and you'll see us doing that on our social medias. But enough about us. Let's get back to this great, because it's going back and forth. And I think Madagascar, as we always says, has that chip on that shoulder because they're coming out not timid. They're coming out not scared. And there's nothing for them to fear because I can see right now the chemistry has increased. I don't know if they upgraded to another kind of server, but I'm seeing them with more life, Chris. And I don't know if you can see the same thing.
Yeah, big time. They are definitely playing their game a little bit more. As we're down to 5 seconds to shoot right here. Don't tell me we're going to get a shot clock as we climbs the ladder. It somehow drops in. Oh, it rimmed out and then dropped back in on the missed dunk. Hey, sometimes it's better be lucky than good.
Oh, man, I always love that saying because sometimes you just want something to go your way. Luck does have something to do with it, but luck had nothing to do with that because that's what you call SKILL, scale.
Yeah, big time. Pretty sure that's Orion in the corner. That is his signature shot right there. Those corner shooters, when it comes to 2K, I touched upon it before, it's a lonely existence, Vince. You might sit there 2 quarters and not get the ball, but then get the ball 7 times in 1 quarter and be expected to stroke a green non-stop, mate.
1 is the loneliest number that I ever knew.
It's true.
But that was a 3 behind the arc, and I'm going to tell you, I can't rhyme anymore. But anyway, that's right. We have right there the rosters on the left and right. I'm going to the right as I see the Ivory Coast. Again, look at George M, but you were talking about Beast Mode LP14 with the great name, but Orion XOF, that's one you really got to see because this guy is a problem.
Yeah, Rover is actually looking like a lot better, it has to be said, for Madagascar in this game right here. And when you touch the ball as much as he does, it's really, really important. So if he lifts his game, through him, the entire game could flow. A good driving dunk right there, a nice, it was like kind of like a nice cut from the wing. Don't play, pulling up the rock right here from the triple threat. 4 seconds to shoot. There he goes, Robo blocked, got his own shot back and missed it, but another offensive board and the corner shot right here and another miss. Good defense from Ivory Coast as they go for the quick transition themselves down the other end, but a hand up in the passing lane from Drano, the captain. Good for him as he says, yeah, I'll take the easy 2. Missed it. 7 with the dunk. We're tied up at 7.
It's tied up. I got to say, there's a couple of plays back then. Magupagan had that amazing block right there. And I'm telling you, they're communicating with each other. They're knowing what to do. His name is Henry Troy A. He's a center. His favorite team is the Lakers. He has no years of playing competitive when it comes to eFIBA. But he does do table tennis and football. And he loves the sport and he loves music. But defense is his game. And that's what I love to see when it comes to his Ivory Coast team.
Yeah, Ivory Coast worked the patient 3 there as we see a nice driving dunk from Madagascar. Hey, take what's on offer. Loving this beautiful big afro here on Beast Mode. It makes our job a lot easier to know who's got the ball as we see a nice pick and roll. They work the corner. Good defense, though. Hands up in the passing lane. That was an area of improvement that we wrote down. Madagascar had to hustle more on D. So far, so good in this one. Can they take the lead here? It's a 1-point game, Vince. Trying to work some magic of their own. They're going to get the ball back here with 9 seconds on the shot clock. 31 seconds in the first quarter.
To start that possession out there, that was Frankie Adradianson. If I pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry, but 93. That is Mr. Don't Play. And again, this guy was playing for 15 years. We talked about it before. And this man really is an impactful player right here in this Madagascar team with a fantastic play with a great flush from the big fella down low.
And he's activated now, which could really, really be crucial. It means he's going to be able to eat up the paint. And, he's got to get out to the corner, though. Wow, missed opportunity there for Orion, who loves that three. You could kind of see a real good effort here, though, from Madagascar defensively. They've definitely been paying attention, and they're hustling on defense.
I want to concentrate on Madagascar really fast because number 17 is Johan Regianivello. Okay, he's the center as well. Tyler Hero is his favorite player, and also Miami Heat is his favorite team from the NBA. 11 years playing 2K. He's with the red hair with the white jersey. I'm telling you, that man is Josin 7, okay? Josie 7, all right? That there left, he is the 4th down on the left side, Madagascar. I mean, loves basketball, lacrosse, football, and he lives in the U.S., but man, I love his avatar, how strong it looks, and the way he plays defense.
Yeah, really good stuff right there. And again, we saw Orion on the right side. They got to try and work these open threes, and they do. Oh, cool guys do not look at explosions or when their three goes in. It wasn't a swoosh. It wasn't a swish. However, it did rattle home, and fair enough. As we, again, Madagascar getting to these passing lanes. We see a big old dunk get missed, though. That was nearly a highlight, but that one definitely is. Very nice.
Oh, my God. I actually do want that as a replay because that was a fantastic defensive possession from Madagascar into offense. And I'm going to the chat right now on Twitch because right now, APH Apuru is saying beast mode is him. He is built different. I've heard that before. He is built different. Let's see what it is. Beast mode with possession right now. Got the possession. Oh, a crazy pass. Again, that was the announcer's curse. I apologize. But again, follow eFIBA_official on all social media content when it comes to TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, Twitch.
Absolutely. Here we go. So Rover Andri has been playing pretty well. Nearly got the backcourt violation there. Nearly lost the handle. He's been playing really well in this one for Madagascar. They've got the lead as we see a windmill miss dunk. 7 with that pick back, and he's drawn the foul. Big man, shoot free throw.
I don't know about y'all, but I wanted that to go in because, man, I would have left the studio for 5 minutes to get a breather. But actually, big man is right there at the free throw. Told him that is Josie 7 right there. Johan, what's going on? 28 years old, knocking it down, showing that he's been in the gym working on those gimme points.
Big man make free throw. Good work right there. And Ivory Coast find themselves, well, they were in the driver's seat to start this game. Unfamiliar territory for them. They're down 5. And Madagascar's hustle on D. Look at them. Look at them get over to the shooter. Nice, beautiful dunk right there, Vince. But still, the hustle from Madagascar is great.
Now, give it up right there. Tim's 27 years old, understanding the game. I'm telling you, this man is a shooting guard. LeBron James is his inspiration, 8 years playing. And he's a fun guy like Kawhi Leonard. So he's quiet and knows how to joint and may laugh like, But I see you, Tims. I'm liking you, man. You're dope.
He definitely does have one of the more iconic laughs in the world, without a doubt. It's not creepy at all. Here comes Rover down the other end, trying to find Drano. There's the open three. Got to hit that. You cannot miss the open threes. This is something we've said about Madagascar. You know, you just can't do it if you want to hang in these tight games.
All right, now, you're the expert, but I'm telling you, this game is exciting to watch because it's only a 3-point game. There's 2 minutes left in the second, a little over 2 minutes, and the chat is saying this. Recam 13, wow, Madagascar is even balling with the latency. So as you see, we have experienced watchers of 2K knowing there's some glitches, some little delays, but they're still in the game. 3 points up. They're not letting latency stop it because they are true players of this Pro Am mode.
Yeah, absolutely. The skills to pay the bills coming to the forefront here. You can just see how good they are. Ivory Coast, I think what we might be seeing is just first game jitters, right? Like you can see that they're just a tiny bit hesitant, the exact same way Madagascar were. Like, and what you have to say is just get out of yourselves way, get out of your own way. Don't hesitate. You got the open three, stroke it, knock it in, chillax. As we see them do exactly that. That is exactly what they needed from Orion in the corner. He is their sharp shooter. really mad props to him. That was great to see.
And you were talking about Orion before. His name is, I hope I pronounced it right, Michel Afe. Okay, small forward, 6 years playing NBA 2K, no competitive experience. He's an active student, plays outside video games when it comes to, loving sports, but then outside he plays so many different kinds of gamer. He loves to read, he loves to listen to music, and he chose one word to describe himself. You know what that word was, Chris?
Oh, hit me with it, mate.
Trustworthy. That's what he is. And guess what? If he can ball like that, his team can trust that he's going to try his best to win this game.
Big time, mate. I love it. Well, look, we're coming up on 1 minute left here, and Ivory Coast have managed to claw their way back to 22 apiece. There you go. Open three. That's what I was talking about right there. Don't doubt yourselves, young man. Just absolutely pull the trigger on that open three, back your skills, and that's what we're seeing right here as the Ivory Coast are now up by 3. Hey, this African conference has not failed to disappoint, Vince.
I need a replay on that when it comes under the basket with the defender in your face saying, no, 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 I'm slamming on you. That was absolutely disgusting. But that block right there, I've seen defense in real life and outside in the streets. Right there, that is a confidence deflamer. That's a confidence debooster. And right now, they know they can't shoot that shot.
Yeah, fire extinguisher on that shot right there. That was an epic block. You love to see it. Madagascar stepping up their defense here in game number 2. It really is. It's got the vibes of like winning you're in, losing you go home. This feels like a final already. I'm loving it. As beast mode rims in and out right there. They get the offensive board. They hit the reset button. There's a 4-second differential between play clock and shot clock right here. 5 to shoot from Tim's. Double team means someone's open. Quick turnover. 5 seconds here. Madagascar get the lead with 2 seconds left in the first half.
Now, this has been going back and forth. The only one lead change has happened and got Ivory Coast in the lead going into the half. As you see, number 17, Johan, number 28 with 8 points, but he is basically the first half play of the game. But then Tim's from the Ivory Coast with 16 points. This boy is a bad man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really interesting stuff. I mean, we've definitely seen Madagascar improve precisely where we needed them to. Make your open shots and hustle on defense. And we saw Ivory Coast just get a little bit of the jitters there and lose their lead, only to come back and take it again. So it's a seesaw match. This is exactly what we love on the desk, what the viewers enjoy as well. The pressure is on these fine young men playing for their countries as we see a beautiful 3 from deep right there. Rava has been great.
Before I get screamed at, Tim's is not a boy, that's a man. I apologize. I know you got man strength as he got this rock right now. Beautiful over the head pass. Great movement with the Ivory Coast. There's sometimes you know the ball's gonna go in just from the pass, and that's proof in the pudding.
Yeah, if you leave Orion open in the corner, he will stroke it green every single time. That is his job, and he does it well. He's definitely like the accountant out there. Really nice work. And we still have a slim lead, but now Ivory Coast hustling on defense, looking for that quick transition. Wide open man, big man, shoot 3? What?
That's what I talk about. I am Bibo. But I mean, that was beautiful ball, man. I am so impressed with this game. Ivory Coast is the first time we're seeing them today, but also Madagascar coming off that hard loss, saying, we got a chip on our shoulder. But I want to go to the chat real fast. We are going to have both captains from each team. Madagascar and the Ivory Coast. It's going to be Drano and George. If you have any questions for them, let me know. Is there something you want to ask? A secret that you want to know about them? We want you to get involved. So again, we're going to have the captains from each team in the interview after the game, win or lose. So let me know in the chat.
Yeah, can't wait to see those interviews as well. Somebody is going to be heartbroken. Someone is going to be elated. Ivory Coast with the 2-point delicate lead right here. It's very delicate. But they are looking really good. Madagascar fighting defensively. Can they force the shot clock violation? They won't. And it's a massive 3 from Ivory Coast. Off balance, falling away. Oh, what a shot.
Pulling away 5 points. Now, Madagascar, they got to put some metal to that drum. When I say about that, they got to go rock star, because if they lose, they will be out. out. Don't forget, they have that one loss already, because if they don't, then it's done. As you see, Morocco is undefeated technically. So they got to play harder. They got to play stronger. But as you see right here, they're coming back. Only a 2-point lead now. Give it up to Madagascar, fighting right through the end.
Woo! Nice big three yet again. Some big three-pointers being hit here by Ivory Coast as they are basically trying to hold off this resurgent Madagascar team. Madagascar, to their credit, they are hustling. They're getting hands in the passing lane, hands on these shots. But Ivory Coast are just stroking a green and look absolutely brilliant right now. Look at the D hustle here as we see a missed dunk right there. That was because it's contested. The defensive effort was absolutely epic there from the Ivory Coast. Not quite sure what happened there. It looked like an alley-oop.
Somebody sneezed, it glitched when you're supposed to press the pass button, but the shoot button, then the alley-oop button. But I want to go to Anfrat Onu. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but APNH, or are you saying that Orion is trustworthy? He can confirm. This is on Twitch. And also, Henry Troyer, I don't want to say his name right, but I'm trying my best. But that is Magupan225, is the next Niko Jocic. What? Are you kidding me? That's a lot, baby. That man is doing a lot of things in the NBA. But I see the Ivory Coast and Madagascar are going back and forth with the flags, and I'm loving the support on Twitch.
Yeah, shout out to chat. You guys are absolutely awesome. And I know, as we see a nice quick transition bucket right there from Mr. Beast Mode himself. I know the players really appreciate it as well. They'll be going back and watching the VOD and looking at the chat and loving that. So good on you. Here we go. Madagascar working the open three to Rava. It's a miss. Vince, they cannot expect, as we see, look, a flagrant foul right here. They can't expect, missed free throw. They can't expect to hang in this game if they're going to miss open threes.
Exactly. That wasn't a flagrant foul. That was a frustration foul, okay? As you're just saying, I am doing it, and as a captain, that was Drano to his three-point shooter. You got to make that down. But big man saying, you know what? I'm going to teach you how it's done. Time to come to class. Sit down, get a notepad. This is how I score. You should do the same.
Yeah, that was really nice right there. Hey, we got a bucket. That's the most important thing. The lead is only 8. We know for a fact when it comes to 2K, you and I both know really the only safe lead is probably 20.
Yep.
And even that's surmountable. It's not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination. The lead is only 8. It's just how comfortable Ivory Coast look now. They had the jitters a little bit there in the first half, but right now in the third, they look great, man.
All right, but right there, I know that was an off-score play right there, but that set I saw, there was a lot of communication. They were actually running a play. They were getting in a set. If you saw that, someone was on top of the key, but then also someone cut, and that's how you put real basketball experience in the game.
Yeah, big time. I like the tactics. They're going to stick with it. Another FF right there, frustration foul, and a one-pointer, and then a quick bucket right there. The lead is cut to 5. Madagascar trying to close this lead here. Ivory Coast with about 8 seconds between shot and game clock. We'll probably try to milk this as much as possible and have the final word here in the third quarter. Orion's going to hit that all day, every... Oh, my word. Okay, he is trustworthy. I'll pay him that. But, wow, as we're in the bonus.
Very weird unlikeliness from the trustworthy man. But I have to say right now, Mr. Don't Play in Madagascar has 13 points right now, going right there with 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Tim's is leading on that beautiful Ivory Coast team. And I have to admit, I have to be a great fan of this game to understand that these players are sweating.
Yeah.
When I say about that, they're sweating, they're nervous.
They really are. I mean, there's a lot on the line right here as we see the second free throw drop in from Rava. He's been a breath of fresh air for Team Madagascar here in their second consecutive game in the tourney, and he's really been impressive. They closed the gap to within 3. We got the fourth quarter coming up in 5 seconds. Mr. Beast is going to try and work on open shot. It's blocked. That is a good stand from Madagascar. Now, Ivory Coast are going to get the inbounds right here. 5 minutes of action-packed 2K basketball left here in eFIBA Season 1. Africa Conference Group 2. Tim's with the rock. Orion in the corner doesn't miss this time.
Nothing but the bottom of the net. Now he's proven that he is trustworthy, that you're going to give him the responsibility to babysit your baby. Because that right there was a great defensive play also by Ivory Coast, taking them cookies and giving some milk. That was, what is it? Legend, wait for it, dairy. That's what I love about this team, Ivory Coast, showing that they are strong. And someone just said in the chat that Magupan225 is the next LeBron James, which let me see if he has this play. Oh, that wasn't LeBron James' play right there. That was a turnover. But beast mode off the mark. Man, pick it up, Ivory.
Yeah, here we go. Here comes Rover. And now it really is crunch time. The pressure is on. 4 minutes left in the fourth. You're down by 5. Every possession effectively you have to come away with some points. It doesn't have to be a 3, but you need something. Look at the hustle here from the Ivory Coast, though. Forcing a really difficult shot, but he rattles it home. I believe that was only 2. Wow, okay, foot on the line, but still, green, you like to see it from Madagascar. Can't have hollow possessions at all. No empty trips, as now we see Ivory Coast. Time is on their side, Vince.
But Ivory Coast right now is up by 4 points. This game is giving me anxiety. I'm going to need a therapist after this because I'm seeing these two titans of the African continent go at it. One is showing they're supposed to be here after that crazy loss. Another one's trying to defend their honor and title. But man, oh man, I have to admit, this is exciting.
Yeah, it is, mate. It hasn't failed to disappoint. I mean, we did promise at the very top of the show to the viewers that this African conference is really there for the taking. That we were going to see, I think that was a misclick right there. Oh no, shot clock violation, so they had to just get it off in fairness. We did say just about any one of these teams could walk away with the champo, and so far we have not been disappointed. As you've said, this has been high-octane, high-quality 2K basketball. Here comes Madagascar. They really, really need points every single possession. Again, an opportunity for an open 3 passed up right there. Just got to back yourself, young man. Got to take those shots. There you go. Drano knocking it home. That's a captain's bucket right there.
El Capitán, I am telling you, you are the captain now. That was an amazing forefront play by the leader. And I got to go to the chat because we got some new people. I am Willie is saying, let's go Ivory Coast. I see the foul right there. And also, what is the future for Madagascar when it comes to esports? We don't know, but you got to show support to find out.
Big man shooting free throw. They made him earn those buckets. It was a good hard foul on the drive right there. And now Madagascar at the other end can't get it to drop, but they do stop the quick transition bucket. Beast mode nearly lost the pill there. Don't spill the pill, mate. Hold on to it. He's still got the ball, though. Here we go. Every single possession now, Vince, is crunch time. I think he should have just pulled up and taken that 3. But we see a massive dunk attempt. Good defense from Madagascar, Vince. Here it comes back the other end. That's what you want. Tied ball game. Madagascar answering the call.
With the Selly Ravo with 15 points for the night. 5 assists. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you, if you want an excitement, if you want an NBA2K to the highest level of competition, you better not get your eyes from that screen. Don't take it away from your phone or whatever you're watching on, because this game is going down to the wire. 46-46, 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That means all the buckets go to Madagascar, because if they lose, they're out. But this is the first game Ivory Coast can see, and they're showing out. Magupan right there, the beast mode. Great movement to Tims. And all of a sudden, lost in the... Man, you can't lose the rock like that. You called the pill, I called the rock, but that was crazy.
Yeah, really nice work right there as Drano misses the open 3. Oh, be kicking himself the captain right there. That was the opportunity they were waiting for. At the other end, beast mode stuffing it home, and that's a 2-point lead. Really, that was a 5-point swing right there.
Right there, that needs to be a replay, because that's going to give the Ivory Coast confidence. And I see G31 saying that this is going to go to a buzzer beater. All right, I'm going to go by your word, but let's see what happens, because Madagascar is still in possession of the ball. Minute 29. Down by 2 points, and that's a slammer-jammer transition score with pressure on the line. Please put that in the replay, baby.
Oh, yeah. Classic gamer mode engaged, sitting forward, locked in. Look at the 2 captains there. The pressure is on. This is the tightest game we've had yet in eFIBA Season 1 as we get a massive 3 from the corner right there. Ivory Coast answering the call again. Look at all the activations. These are players representing their country, operating at the highest possible level, Vince.
They're all going Sage mode right now. They're at Super Saiyan, but right now Madagascar with the captain in the celly saying, oh, y'all want to go on your next level? I'm still there too. This right here is gods going against each other. Let's see if a god can bleed, because I know with all these activations here, there's a lot of confidence in the Ivory Coast, but even more confidence is going to Madagascar as they get this offensive board.
Big miss from the corner right there from an activated player as well. And now, with 40 seconds left, Raver pumping the brakes, finding the open man, just working the ball around as we see a massive dunk, and the lead goes to Madagascar.
Now, I don't know if you know I love anime. If you know Crocono basketball, he's in the zone right there. There is nothing that can stop him. 52-51, 24 seconds left in the fourth. This may go down to that buzzer beater, as G31 on Twitch has said, because as you see, everyone is activated on Ivory Coast, and I'm telling you, I can't wait.
4 seconds left on the shot clock here. The difference is so tight as we see a shot clock violation. It's going to be Madagascar's ball with 8 seconds left here. It's going to be instant fouls for Ivory Coast. Madagascar's defense may have done it here. Here comes the inbound play. Drano trying to find the open man. He's wide open over there. They're going to instantly foul him. And they are not in the bonus, so those seconds count. 7 seconds left. Again, expect an instant foul. Expect them to send them to the line. There it is right there. Must be in the bonus. Okay, Rover, ice in the veins, strokes home the first free throw. This to make it a 3-point game, and then expect a timeout. As we see a miss. Oh, it might have been intentional, but no matter what, 5.5 seconds here, a timeout, 2-point ball game. Madagascar will be defending the win right here. It's maybe winning you're in for them, lose, and you definitely go home. Here comes the inbound play for the Ivory Coast. It's beast mode, trying to work it, finding the man on the wing. 1 second, has to shoot. He missed. Oh my word, heartbreak for Ivory Coast. It came down to a riot in the corner. But a big win there for Morocco. Madagascar. Massive win for Madagascar, and they have maybe saved their tournament. This is huge, Vince.
I got to admit, oh my God, I have energy going out of every pore of my body. Ivory Coast, I know you got that loss, but man, oh man, y'all balled out. Madagascar, y'all proven y'all can stand on the throne. Now, I got right here, there's a beautiful black king in front of me, coming from the Ivory Coast. This right here is the captain from the Ivory Coast, and it's Côte d'Ivoire. This is George. How you feeling, brother?
Well, quite so sad because of the loss, but we're still confident for the
you absolutely can be confident. Got you. And look, you guys are defending champs. You know this game. You have so much experience, but I see the emotion in your face, and I got into it too. How proud, though, are your guys showing again right here in another eFIBA tournament?
We are very proud to represent first our country, and we come here with a revenge. We have a revenge to take over the last edition of eFIBA. We lost against Egypt in final last year, so we have a revenge to take over them. So that's our feeling.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, merci beaucoup. Can't wait to see you play because you have another game around here. So rest up, and we're going to see you soon, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Now, we saw him before, and he did say that he's playing on American dial-up internet, whatever you want to call it. But Drano is back, and I'm telling you, I am so proud of you. Can you hear me before I get started?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Absolutely.
Thank
now,
you.
Come on, just tell me the pure emotions. You lost by 50, but going down to the wire, how does this win feel?
It feels great. You know, we'll definitely take this win. We have to be proud with beating former champs. So it definitely felt much more comfortable in that game. So I'm proud of my team, and proud we got to get that win.
Gotcha. Beautiful, beautiful. I only know one word from Madagascar. That's Manaona, which I think that's good morning. But I just want to say thank you so much.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you further in the tournament. You did great.
Thank you.
No problem. As you saw, you got the two captains there from Ivory Coast and Madagascar. Action-packed. Don't turn away.
Dunk is easy, so it's dunk. That's so easy. Black Mamba, for you. Well, the spacing is very important, so I will say outside shooting because of the spacing. Team over individual, so it has to be championship.
Oh my goodness. There is still a they call me Vince Chang, aka The Energy, and you can follow me at Vince Chang 21 on Instagram, Twitter, Mr. Vince Chang. That's VINCHANG 21. But I'm telling you right now, as excited I am right now, you're gonna see a lot of that on my page. But Chris, what a game. Break it down for me, brother.
Mate, that was absolutely massive. Look, Madagascar come away with the huge win right there. They listened and they went back, they got organized. So difficult to turn around after a massive loss and put out a performance like that. And they grinded right until the last there. As we have a look at our highlight package here, it is all about Madagascar bouncing back with really, really just great shooting, much better shooting. But I think the defense won them this game. I mean, let's put it this way. The defense stopped that final shot from Orion going in by making it contested, by making them settle for a shot that they didn't want. That was the big difference here. When they needed to, they scored the points. It was low scoring by international standards, but when two teams that are cagey like this play each other, I've said it, you can expect 50s, 60s. That's very respectable. All about that defense, though. But yeah, they poured in the points when they needed to. They shot a lot better this game than their first outing, it has to be said, against Morocco. Really impressed, without a doubt, by Madagascar. And now they're just going to have to sit and wait and see.
Absolutely, and I'm so proud of both these teams. You're saying the cagey, these was just two dogs in a dog fight. I mean, the bigger dog got on top, but I got to give credit's due. Don't forget, Ivory Coast was behind most of the game, but then Madagascar came back with just teeth, nails, anything they can grab. As you see, beautiful passing right there to the corner, making sure they're still in the game. 2-point game here, but a missed dunk, and I want this replay because after that, beautiful defense showing that I can fly like an eagle, just like you. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it really was. Some truly impressive plays. Rover was the MVP for me. He controlled the pace of the game for Madagascar. At the end here, when it was down to the final few seconds, look at that massive dunk from him there. Everybody activated. They just played such good basketball, so calm and collected. That was the dunk right there that ended up being the difference in the game and the final score. Of course, we had a really nice free throw. We saw a little bit of cheek right there, though. I think an intentional missed free throw, that'll have to be maybe something that comes out in the interviews, in the socials, but it didn't really matter. Ivory Coast had a chance to win, but Madagascar's defense stood the test of time.
Great defense, locking them down, and we got to see the standings of Group 2 because Morocco in the lead. Madagascar, number 2, 1-1, and then Ivory Coast with that loss. And you know what? Crucial that Madagascar got that win because if they didn't, they would have been going home right now.
Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. And you can see the point differential really does play into it. So I got the feeling Morocco and their captain even said, hey, we know we got the defense to hang with these big boys in the African Conference, okay? I think they were a little surprised at how well they played offensively, how many points they were able to put in. So even with the win there, Madagascar still find themselves minus 51 on the point differential.
Yep.
This is going to be a really massive game we have coming up because, like, technically, you know, just about anything could happen here. Morocco, Ivory Coast, former champions in Ivory Coast, newcomers, new kids on the block here in Morocco who look, I think, at the moment like favorites. It's going to be interesting, Vince.
Very interesting, and again, it may go down to points. But then we have a fantastic feature for everyone watching right here live on YouTube and Twitch, in which our man from Great Building is going to show you how to build your avatar, but in a different way because it comes with archetypes, how to make them extremely aggressive, and how you get as many points in the game of NBA 2K. Check it out.
That's my tutorial on how to make a 7'3" center for the NBA2K Pro Am mode. Hey guys, Harry with Great Britain here today, and I'll give you a quick run through of my ideal center for NBA 2K's Pro Am mode. Height, Depends how you want to play. You know, some like to go a bit smaller, so a little bit quicker, a little bit more offensive. But for me, 7'3" is the height to go for. Weight, you would drop down just ever so slightly, just to make sure that you have 99 defensive rebound, 247 pounds, and max out your wingspan. Give yourself the best opportunity to grab a rebound or a passing lane. So to start things off, attributes that I think need to be upgraded for your 7'3". So start off with close shot, 96, because you want to get Hall of Fame fast twitch, or move down to pass accuracy, you want to 76 to get gold break starter. Defense, rebounding 99. I say defense and rebound instead of offense is mainly because if you're guarding the corner, you won't be boxing anyone out, so you need to get the best animation as possible. Whereas an offense, if you have a good slip, you should have the primary box out position, so I don't think you need to max out your rebounding too much. I like to max out my block to give myself Hall of Fame anchor. Offensive rebound, I'm going to bump that up ever so slightly to 85. You want to move perimeter defense up a little bit as you're guarding corner. You want to max out your speed and acceleration. Of course, you are also incredibly slow with this kind of player. Vertical, 71. Stamina, give yourself around 80, 85. We'll move back up to standing dunk. I like to go for 80, just to give myself silver rise up. You can now hold square to get posterized. A bit of a no-brainer for me personally. I will move strength up to 76 to get brick wall silver. I like to have my defensive badges. So right here, I will go to 90 interior. My player build complete. As we'll head through, you get a player comparison. You know, this player is like Mutombo, Gobert, Robinson. Pretty good, very good defensive players. Not necessarily the best at finishing. But yeah, that's my tutorial on how to make a 7'3" center for the NBA2K Pro Am mode.
Gotcha. Man, the man had a cowboy hat, but now looking like Machine Gun Kelly with all them tattoos. But let's go back to basically, this is when archetypes come into play. And you as the eFIBA expert, you were talking about the meta. Go into that real quick.
Yeah, Vince, that was a really awesome video. So shout out to Hazza and his ice cream collection.
Ooh, right? Ice cream. Yeah, you got
there we
ice
go. But look, it does all come down to the meta and the tactics that you're going to be seeing. They get played at the highest possible level in 2K. Having those builds down to perfection, as you can see, down to the minute detail. That's how tactical we get right here. I mean, this is why, you know, you saw the Philippines. They had a coaching staff of as many as they even had players, and 6 players in the squad. It's to discuss these tactics, to understand what the meta is and how they're going to win games. And Hazza there, Harry with an awesome video, so shout out to him.
Absolutely, and if you ever look at the archetypes, there are 5 different positions: point guard, you got the shooting guard, you got the small forward, power forward, center, and you go with thing. So that's when you just keep going. But as you know, we do have another game coming up: Morocco versus Ivory Coast. Let me see the matchup real fast, because this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Why don't you take the top?
Yeah, here we go. So Morocco coming back, and now we know what we can expect, right? So Skyri, Osama, Momo, Proto, and Sharif. Really, really impressive outing from them. I loved the interview with their captain. You know, and he was really surprised, as we were just talking about how good how good their defense was going to be. That wasn't the surprise, but how brilliantly they shut the lights out.
Absolutely. And again, you know this team right now, Ivory Coast already showed out. They're talking about Magupan 225 be the next LeBron, but it's Orion for me. I mean, this man is trustworthy. He's showing it out. We're going to see if he's going to do even more damage to this Moroccan team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a good first game for Ivory Coast. They had a chance to win there. Right at the end, Orion with the rock and with the shot to win it. The big players, they want the ball in their hand when it comes to the game-winning shots. He couldn't quite get it to go in, but he was near perfect for I guess the first 99% of the game. Right at the end, got the miss, so he'll have a point to prove right here. He is trustworthy. I would trust him with the final shot again.
I gotta be a little nerd. One of my favorite movies, The Replacements, to Shane Falco. All right, winners always want the ball. And you know what? These players are ready to ball because they're in the virtual tunnel. And as you see, the captains are here, okay? Back to George. Osama, I see y'all, buddy. It's time to get it going, Chris.
He is working through the entire Moroccan jersey wardrobe here as well. Looking very, very cool. He loves his country. The flag moment in the interview was awesome, Vince. Ivory Coast, they have that tough task now of, you know, flushing out short-term memory, that loss that they just had, coming back, trying to get the win. But sometimes as well, like, you're warmed up, right? So it can be a little more difficult maybe for Morocco here. They've had to wait. They've had to watch. The nerves might be getting to them. Are they as good as they think they are? Well, I think they are, mate. I think for me, they're the favorites of the group now. We don't have to wait too much longer to find out here, as it is going to be Morocco and the Red Ivory Coast once again in those beautiful orange with blue highlights.
Absolutely, and when you're icing, basically you can get ice, okay? Because that means you're chilling too much, you're done stretching because your fingers can get ready to go. But we got the tip off, as you can see, and Morocco has the first possession. As you see, beautiful cross to the point guard, trying to control the tempo. Exo Maz had a fantastic game last one. I mean, I think he had at least over 20 points, which was beautiful. As you see, Proto, number 34, giving it to the big man on top of the key. Sonic the Hedgehog, up, pump fake, move your feet, you lose your seat, but then off the marker, again to the point guard, mid-range, and it's good.
Nice start from Morocco. You can see they were patient there. They used just about all the time off the clock right there. But here come Ivory Coast. We're going to find out, are they loosey-goosey? Are they all warmed up? Great rotational defense from Morocco there. Or do they have the jitters? Let's see how much of a psychological impact that loss did have. Orion has actually switched to the right side, which is very interesting. But a great three-pointer here to open the scoring for the Ivory Coast. Again, both teams very patient, and that is a sign of just, championship caliber basketball.
Exactly. Now, right above the defender, great finish by Morocco, and then right there on the floor, showing that, yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing to intimidate me. I'm a big boy just like you. But Ivory Coast, as you said, beast mode is going off mode because that was off the mark.
Yeah, looking for the quick transition. They're going to, pump the brakes. Great pickpocket right there. Ivory Coast back the other way with an epic dunk. Oh, we like that, Vince. That was nice.
We're doing a nice little replay right there. Now you see Tim's, the big man with the Tims, showing that he's a big brother with no other. But dang, man! Morocco coming back with a three-pointer, doing a Car 98 snipe behind the arc. I like seeing it, baby.
360 no scope right there. Loving it, mate. Here we go. A 3-second defensive violation. So Ivory Coast are going to get to shoot one free throw here, and then he knocks it in, get the inbounds as well with a chance to take the lead.
Exactly, a chance to take the lead, and a 6-7, 3:13 left in the first. I see Beast Mode is giving it to Tims. Again, Tims going again through the contact, but nice pass to Orion. Wasn't that trustworthy, but the big fella, probably the next LeBron James, Mogan Patton, 225, getting the offensive rebound, using that weird step-in back screen. I don't know if that's legal, but dang, baby! I think somebody needs their mama because I'm gonna holler. You're just being embarrassed.
Yeah, that was an epic dunk right there. Really nice hard drive. You love to see it. All right, here comes Mast. It's time for Morocco to answer. Mate, we've got a tight game yet again. Early in this one, only a 1-point differential. Absolutely loving this. Here comes Belau, off balance three, but a good offensive board. Works it into Mr. X, and we got a foul in the paint.
MRK getting a foul. Big fella right now. Gonna see if he can knock down these free throws. Has he practiced them? He did. He ain't like Shaquille O'Neal. He's more like a Murray Stoudemire. And I'm telling you, 2 for 2, those are free buckets. It is a free meal. So eat, big fella. Eat, big fella.
Big man make free throw. Me likey. Very, very nice. Great to see. Okay, good stuff here. And again, I love this 1-point differential. Wide open man in the corner. And it's Orion. He's actually switched over to the left now. So I don't know if they're going to be swinging along the baseline right there with their shooters. Orion hesitated on that shot and then made a bad pass. Passing, not his game. Shooting his game, just like that right there. And that looked like Masso again from the top of the key. Very nice stuff.
Amazing right now. Beast Mode getting some more control. 12-8. I'm going right now to the chat. We got people in here, as you can see. Recap saying it was a good game from last one, but Drano was calm and collected. What an ending. Great game so far. That might be the game of the season. We got many more to go. But again, Morocco, we're trying to get some more support for y'all. Let me see the flags. And again, someone's saying they shouldn't have lost to Madagascar, but it's over. But guess what? It's on to the next. And they'll see if Ivory Coast can win this game from Recam 13.
Yeah, well, look, coming into this, you would have to think that Morocco were the favorites. Look at their defense there. It's just so sticky. As we see end-to-end turnovers. Tim's coming back the other way. Here comes Beast Mode. He's going to pump the brakes. pull up. Tim's with the nice baseline drive and a dunk with authority right there. Brings it to within 2. And it looks as though Exomust is activated though, so he can be deadly from beyond the arc here, Vince. This is something to watch for. The defense though, really, really good so far from Ivory Coast. He's just waiting to find his moment and drop in buckets just like that.
Oh my God, that is a bucket right there. 4-point game, and I'm gonna let you guys one more time follow eFIBA on all social media if you're watching on Twitch, on YouTube. But again, it's eFIBA_official on TikTok, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Instagram. Follow me, Vince Chang 21 all over, and also follow the Trumpet Monkey on all different social medias, especially Twitter. This man is popular. He knows the game of Madden, but he knows the NBA2K like the back of his hand with his beautiful hair, by the way.
Oh, I appreciate that, mate. And yeah, shout out to hair and makeup. They got a big job to do every day on me. But yes, dual athlete, it has to be said. So far, just have a look at the demeanor. Have a look at the communication there from the Moroccan captain. He's calm, he's collective, he allows himself to smile every once in a while. Nice drive, nice layup, way to find the open man. Alternatively, look at George. He's in full engaged gamer mode. That's a meme right there.
That last play is not sugar, it ain't milk. It was Kareem, but I just seen that beautiful sublime 3 from behind the arc. I'm telling you, Morocco ain't going nowhere. 8-point lead, 14 seconds left. Let's go.
Great turnover here again from Morocco. Look at them work the ball to the open man. Oh, big man with the board right there. Are we calling him MRK or are we calling him Mark X? Chat, let us know. I love the idea of Mark X. That's pretty cool right there. That's some Iron Man stuff right there. I'm feeling it. But really great transition game right there from Morocco. Good D, though, to close out the quarter here from Ivory Coast. Look, Morocco, up by 8 at the end of the first quarter. They are shocking Africa.
Absolutely, and I like that Mark X is like the Mark 5 speed racer. Let me go my little nerdiness right now, but they say Morocco from behind the arc, off the mark right there, and I gotta admit, Ivory Coast is gonna take control as we see.
Yeah, this is interesting. I really feel as though Ivory Coast can get back into this. They've got the skills to pay the bills, but they've just got to get to their own game. It feels as though right now with this kind of stickling defense that Morocco are dictating the pace of the game. Yeah. Ivory Coast are allowing themselves to be dictated. Slow it down, find Orion in the corner, take your threes, have a good time. And then, yeah, play good defense as well. As Mark X says, ooh, big man. Hey, we've seen him knock in these free throws, though.
I gotcha. And as you said, this big man has been showing out. Now, he's 100% behind the arc right there. I am proud of this Moroccan big fella. He's been working out.
Mate, it seems as though the only place he spends more time than the hairdressers, with that beautiful Sonic the Hedgehog hair right there, is the gym shooting the free throws. Impressive to see. Again, look at the demeanor of both captains, though. The psychology of the sport right here. It's just like real-life basketball. You can see the strain there from George, but you can see the focus, the lock-in there from Osama. Really, really nice stuff. Open 3 for beast mode, and it rattles home. They really needed that. Really, really good 3. Okay, so here we go. Inbound coming from Morocco. Exomust probably just taking temperature here of the game, realizes this is a pretty important possession, works his way open and rattles home a 3 of his own. And just like that, the lead is extended to 10 points again. Here comes beast mode. Ooh, right along the, just threading the needle, walking the tightrope along the sideline right there. They're just trying to work the ball around, find the open shooter. They had him for a second there. Got to just be a little bit quicker than that. Down to 8 seconds, 5 to shoot here, Vince. Shot clock, Orion in the corner. He's just going to have to pull the trigger. It's not his desired shot. Nearly makes it work. Big man with the quick transition bucket, 12-point Moroccan lead.
Ooh, two-handed flush right there. That's what I'm talking about. Morocco showing that they are meant to be born. I just see the captains right there in the left and right corner. At Broxo, I see him, George, very focused. I mean, his back is hunched, but my Lord, That was a filet dunk of funk. Man, that was absolutely groovy, baby. I want to see that again in the replay.
Yeah, very nice stuff right there. That was a fillet of a dunk, you know. And here comes Ivory Coast with a side of mash for you, Vince. How you like that one? A little bit of gravy?
I'm doing that mashed potato right now behind the desk. Y'all can't see me dancing, but my hips are moving. I'm telling you, it's going down to the wire. And again with a three-pointer. Look, I know the score may seem a lot, but I'm telling you, something has a feeling that somebody's going to be coming back soon. We've seen Ivory Coast down before, and they're never out. So they just got to get their groove back again. Again, beautiful ball movement right now to the top of the key. Mr. Timms trying to show why he's the big player. Behind the back, pass to the corner. Now, yeah, another shot pass, mid-range. That's a 2. Off that monster offensive board again to the top of the key. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. What's he going to do? Taking the big man. Beautiful pass, but couldn't catch it from 2-2-5. Pump fake. One more time. Is Timms going to knock it down?
Yes, he is. That was beautiful. What a patient bucket there from Ivory Coast. They got the reset on the shot clock with the offensive board. They did not settle for a junk shot. They waited for their man right down to the wire, got it in. But look at Morocco rattling home these threes every single time. Ivory Coast says, we're coming back. Morocco says, pump the brakes. And they've got 2 players activated now as well. It's worth pointing out, Vince. What has chat got to say?
Chat right now is saying that really solid team from the Moroccos right there. That's Navi2K. We got Faye, Sarah Fat. How you feeling? Zarmano 1908, Maureen WL. But also, we got Ivory Coast. We got fans coming from you as well. Bab, Saki, how you feeling? And I'm telling you, let me see some more flags in the chat. It's a 15-point game. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 17-point game. Morocco is showing out right now.
Yeah, they really are. They have come to play in this tournament. As we see great defense yet again. It really is just an end-to-end display of dominance here from Morocco. They drop in 20 points in the first quarter. They get 19 here in the second. It's not even over yet. Again, hesitation, not believing in yourself from Ivory Coast, passing up open threes.
Yep.
They're just, honestly, they're in their own minds right now.
Well, hold on a second. Let's take a step back. Okay, timeout, 30 seconds, flag on the play. The second half isn't done. I thought we were at the end of the game. I am telling you, this game is going kind of slow and fast at the same time because, whoo, they have not stopped. It's been consistent on every point of the floor. Now, it is 39-23, 25 seconds left into the second. Now, I'm watching X-Mas crossing up the big fella one-on-one. That's a mismatch, but great defense, but it was a foul.
Here we go. He's activated. Master's going to try and drop in 2 free throws right here. And again, extend this to just an 18-point lead. He does exactly that. 20 seconds, potentially the last possession right here of the first half for Ivory Coast. I've been so impressed with Morocco defensively. That was basically their building block. They said, you know, we got the lockdown defense, but they've come out here and they've put on 41 points against a former champion of Africa. Let's not forget that. Ivory Coast know what it takes to be the best in the continent. And currently right now, even with that three-pointer, they're down 15 as we see a replay right here. I'm a little bit confused as to what's going on, but a big miss dunk. We are at the half. My apologies right there. Just a little bit of a latency issue. But yeah, we got a 15-point differential. I don't know what to tell you. Morocco have to be the new favorites in all of Africa.
Morocco, I'm happy right there. Exomas, 24 points, showing out the way he knows how as a fantastic player of the Moroccan team. But Timms with 14. Keep an eye on this Moroccan offense. I think, as we talked about, it's about points. They want to make sure they have a dominant lead in Group 2, and I can't wait to see the end of this game.
Yeah, they fell asleep just a tiny bit there, so the lead is cut to 12. They gave Timms an open 3. You don't like to see that, but it really is. Look at this. We get an air ball.
Oh, my God.
Offensive board, but didn't touch the rim, so shot clock doesn't reset. But that time, they are Johnny on the spot. Their players know where they need to be, when they need to be there, which passes they're looking for. This is a well-drilled team we're seeing here, Vince. This is really, really awesome stuff. Timms deciding to take over the ball handling duties right here. So beast mode is kind of relegated to a wing shooter at the moment. So we're seeing a little bit of a tactic change, but a turnover here and a really quick bucket. Boom! Big old dunk right there from Morocco. Lead back to 17.
That's what I like to see. And MRK is that captain on that Moroccan team. As you see, smiles, ain't nothing but teeth for the one still be right there. He's very proud of his team. I mean, trying to get to a 20-point lead, but the Ivory Coast is not backing down. Have you seen that block? This man is saying, get that out of here. No, 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 never today.
Big old Dikembe Mutombo throwback right there. 4 seconds to shoot for Ivory Coast. They do find the open man for the three, but he misses, and we're going to see another quick transition dunk at the other end. So Ivory Coast are switching off when it comes to these transition dunks. We've seen 2 of them in a row. They are still in this. Yes, it's a massive mountain to climb, but they are 100% still in this. They've just got to switch on and start to play a beautiful champagne, perfect basketball, Vince.
And right now, I'm actually going to ask production, can I see the standings? Because this game is crucial, okay? Because Ivory Coast did get that loss against Madagascar, and we got to see where Morocco is when it comes to points, because that's the only way we're going to find out who's going to advance. So I need those standings as soon as possible. As you see, 50-29, which is incredible, because now we're at a 20-point lead. You just said before, 20 points alone. Now you see Morocco up by 72. Then we got Madagascar minus 51, but with that 1-1, and then Ivory Coast with minus 21. So I'm not that good at math. How many points can the Ivory Coast lose by?
They can't, mate. If they lose 2 games, they are out. That said, they just needed to win by like any margin, and
any margin. Okay, gotcha.
That was like really ultimately what they needed here. They find themselves down by 24. Morocco have got to be considered the best team in this group. Obviously, they're topping the group. Nice three-pointer, well worked right there. But potentially in the entire conference, the entire Africa Conference, Vince. What's chat saying about it?
Right now, Recam is saying MRK is dominating this region so far. Morocco, again, is showing that they're supposed to be here. And again, it's their first time. First time going against defending champs Ivory Coast, then also going against Madagascar, beating them very, very cleanly. So at the end of the day, I think we may have a crowd favorite in the Africa qualifiers.
Yeah, big time, mate. And look, mad respect, we get the alley-oop to himself. Oh, we love those, Vince. He didn't quite pull it off there. Hey, 10 points for effort, 0 for execution. However, we see another open 3 worked, and they're just banging home everything. Look, we touched upon this when no one's seen you play before and no one's got tape on you as well. They can just be taken by surprise.
Exactly.
And so they came to play. You've seen the tactics. They're actually their defense, you know, is certainly meta. It's absolutely locked down. Their archetypes, the builds that they've got, and then their gameplay, man, can hang with the best of them, because they're going to be kind of averaging roughly 80 points a game here, but against championship caliber opponents.
Exactly, and actually, I want to see him play against Saudi Arabia. I'm just saying it right now. That'll be a great matchup there. And right there in the chat, we're saying some good games. They're still going. Again, fantastic. I mean, you blink and something's going to happen. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's end-to-end action, which we absolutely love here. But one thing I want to focus on, even though the team isn't playing right now, Madagascar coming back to win their last game. I mean, barely, just shows how important and how awesome this format for this contest, eFIBA Season 1 is. This round robin game format is absolutely awesome, Vince, because the pressure is on. I feel for the players, but as a viewer and as a commentator, it's so cool. The pressure is on in every single game, and the points matter.
And 4 teams are going to be advancing, and that's going to be for that final day, and I can't wait to see who's going to go to the championship. But as you see, Ivory Coast showing what they can do, cross pass, off the mark. Now, they were making these threes in the last game. I don't know what happened, but damn, let me get a replay on that with that 5-slammer jammer for Morocco.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Yeah, you're right. Look, Ivory Coast did definitely execute. It was the defensive 3-second violation, I should say here. So they're going to get a free throw, which he clanks. That looked like me shooting free throws out there. And now they're going to get the inbound. they executed a lot better against Madagascar.
Yes.
And it is really hard to be locked in for 2 games in a row.
Exactly.
It really is difficult. But to their credit, they have tried here. But honestly, Morocco are just a step ahead.
Yep, just a step ahead, and we did talk about that. If you're going to ice Morocco, they had some time to rest, going back and forth, because people who are playing NBA 2K, you know this. It's not just a physical game. Yeah, your thumbs get tired.
Yep.
It's mainly a mental game.
Yep.
When you know you're going to get in the green for your shot, understanding how you're going to play defense, keeping the offensive player in front of you. Okay, this ain't easy with that double-hander. Musi Baka, oh, disrespectful. He's getting the technical. MRK has a smile on his face. More teeth than the dang stars. It's just shining brightly. This man is showing that he's meant to be here.
Oh, the Mark X doing the sloth celebration right there, just hanging around like a Peruvian sloth from the tree right there. Pose for a photo. Very, very cute. Sharp claws though, but very, very big dunk. You love to see it, mate. I mean, why not? They're enjoying themselves now. They've earned it as he pumps his man over his head there with the pump fake. Misses, throws an a steal, but look, they're allowed to enjoy themselves. They've fought hard. They're going to come back and get 2 big wins here. Ivory Coast is kind of giving me the Mongolia vibes from yesterday. So, like, they hung in there, hung with them, did their nation proud, but just a slight bridge too far when they were playing against Indonesia, you know. And then just, you know, you could see the Philippines, one of the best teams in the world, were a gulf there. But I'm just loving this alley-oop. Oh!
Hold on. Was that the first true alley-oop of the tournament? Because that was wide. That was amazing. And I'm telling you, that was showing a statement. Now they're starting to have fun. Now they're going to have some fun. George has left the building. He is not in the screen no more. No, he's going to turn off his camera. He's turning off his camera. All right, look, come on, baby. Keep playing. Keep playing.
Oh, George, there we go. Nice 3 here from the Ivory Coast. I'm glad he sat back down. Good on you, mate. It can't be easy. Jokes aside, these young men are representing their countries. A lot of people are watching. It means a lot to them. They've trained hard. They've worked hard to be here. So, you know, taking the L is heartbreaking as we see another nice 3 right there. It is what it is, though, right? And all you can do is kind of learn from this, study the tape. Clearly, Morocco have studied their butts off before this tournament.
100%.
They have come in with a very, very sound tactic. They've had the benefit of being able to do research on their opponents. When it's your first tourney and no one has tape on you, you can come in and surprise people. That's what they've done. Very, very cool stuff. What do we got from chat?
I mean, right now, I want to go to Universal Mike. He wanted to correct me. My little, when I said I was speaking language in Madagascar, I said Maraona, which means good morning, but it's Malagasy. So I apologize. I apologize if it's not Madagascar. It's called Malagasy. Thank you so much for the correction. But I see everyone knows what's going on. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Universal Mike. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But again, as you see, Madagascar is definitely showing out. I mean, Madagascar when I was speaking, but Morocco is definitely showing out. They're doing a fantastic time on this court and going to be playing. You know, Madagascar coming up. That's what I'm talking about them. And this is going to be beautiful to watch when they go to the finals.
Yeah, it's going to be, you know, an opportunity, I think, for redemption. You know, I'm really, really kind of impressed, have been massively impressed with this entire conference so far, it has to be said.
Yes, I get it. And again, we're getting some flags from Madagascar. Yes, thank you very much for correction. Again, you are part of us. Don't forget to follow eFIBA_official on all different social media channels. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, Twitch. And again, the lead is just extending in a sense of 71-45. 1:46 left in the 4th. I mean, I came in hype with that great game lastly by the Ivory Coast, but maybe just a little mental strain. They didn't show up for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, it's all good. I mean, I don't want to kind of pile on. I feel a little bit sorry for them as well. You can see the frustration from George. They've given it them all. They've given it their all, I should say. They're going to fall short in this particular tournament. You know what? It's called eFIBA Season 1. The proof is in the name, all right? There is going to be an eFIBA Season 2, a 3, a 4. There's more to come. The most important thing is that these nations do participate. They learn and they get better.
Yes.
But what a foundation, and for all the young Moroccans watching as well, what a foundation that they've gone and placed here. I mean, everybody watching can say, oh, damn, our boys are good. They can hang with the best former champs in Africa and Ivory Coast. Really impressive stuff.
What were they doing to train to get to this level of perfection, this level of expertise, and also this level of professionalism? They're trying to make a statement, bring home that regional championship to their country. And it's 71-48. Shot clock violation. I think right now it's the sense of, you know what? Let's just end this game and go home.
Yeah, look, but it does speak to the tremendous defense that Morocco have played here. I'd love to see the steals stats at the end of this one. I'd say it's double figures without a doubt. They got to the passing lanes. They studied their film. They've kept like legendary players. You see a rim out right there. Legendary players like Orion to, single figures. That's hard to do, mate. I've seen Orion come out here and drop 30, 40 before shooting from the corner.
Yep.
So they've done their homework. It's been a really good game as we see the final 25 seconds. We've got 7 on the clock to shoot though here. 5 to shoot as well. We'll get a foul. Are we in the bonus? No, we're not. But the shot clock does get reset here to 14 seconds. Morocco can hold their heads high, and now they can have a good couple of days breather before they come back and play in the finals. It's been a really good performance. We get a pull-up jump shot in, 73-48, so the differential is 25 points right here. Final 14 seconds, nearly a backcourt violation. 10 seconds to play. I tell you what, don't worry, Ivory Coast. There will be other eFIBA seasons that you can play in. Morocco at the moment, though, are going to go on to win this one, Vince. A really epic performance from them. And shout out to the newcomers in Africa.
Oh my God. Now, my gamers and ballers, you saw 2 epic games, and I am going to get the captain of Ivory Coast coming up right now. George, I can only imagine how you're feeling right now, but you showed out the world. Y'all defending champions. Just give me the feelings that going through, because you walked away during the game one moment.
We are very sad. We are very sad, very disappointed because of this game where we were never ever able to do something. So that's the feeling.
I got the control, but again, y'all are defending chaps. The world knows who y'all are, and I can't wait to see you again. Don't want to hold you too much. I know you're going right back to practicing, but thank you so much, Merci beaucoup, for coming out and showing out for your country.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, now we have basically the new king of the castle. There's a new sheriff in town. And I know we know Jordan, and I'm seeing this man, MRK. What are you doing right now? Because I got to admit, y'all showing up. How does it feel coming in eFIBA Season 1 first time and putting on that display?
Yeah, for the first time Morocco, it's in the FIBA. We do a team like competitive, like we want to win this tournament in Africa. We have a very good player from EU from European teams. Every player is playing the good team in EU.
Yeah.
So we put the chance on the team. So and we will win everything for sure.
Okay, now that smile on your face, they look like stars in the galaxy sky, and I saw them all through in the thing, and I'm telling you, keep smiling all tournament, but I got one question for you. How does it feel to beat the defending champs of FIBA Open 3?
We are happy because we know there was the champions, the lead. So it was not like the first game. So we know people like waiting you the second game. So we play like the first game, the first tactics, play good defense, then to push the fast break. I don't know if you see the game, but you see Braxo, like he's in double I think in the game. So the defense carry us, and Master was tough to win in offense. So we have a good team, and I'm very happy, and the team is happy too.
Words from a true captain looking at your team. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you in the finals.
Thank you, bro.
Absolutely great. And as you know, we got our qualifiers for Africa, and the finals are coming up. Back to you, Chris.
Mate, absolutely brilliant play there from Morocco. He was a man with a plan. That was a team with a plan. We've got some fabulous highlights about to start rolling here. And for me, it's all about the big three. He said the foundation of the entire team. Defense, that was massive. But then what did we see? Whenever they had open shots just like this, boom, they're knocking them down. The bright lights aren't too much for them. They're on the big stage, they're playing the former champs, and they're making absolutely every bucket they get. They've got transition in their game as well. Transition bucket, but then every single time that the camera cut to their captain, communication. Calm, focus, alert. Tremendous stuff. So you put all those three together. Outstanding defense, great shot taking, transition, and communication. Mate, that is a formula for success, it has to be said. And as you just pointed out, former champs Ivory Coast are now out of the contest.
Oh my God.
Knocked out.
They're knocked. They're gone. And I want to give a shout out to Liz. You know, she's been our producer, our woman in the air, and she actually did want us to comment on communication. They're like this, talk about the communication, because she's watching the games too. And yes, that was a key point, because the one thing I do know is that when you have communication on a team, then you know you can go far, because you know what your player can do, you know what your teammate can do, and they're using their best attributes to the fullest.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's about having a plan, sticking to the plan, and then constantly communicating with the team to say, yeah, we're on track, more of the same, or make a slight adjustment there. Communication could be the difference between win or losing right there. It doesn't hurt when your defense is that good and when your ability is that good as well. That really helps. The comms is just the third pillar to success. Incredibly impressive stuff though. And just to I guess give commiserations to Ivory Coast, former champions. Going home, we know we will see them again. They've participated in every eFIBA event so far. Can't wait to see him back. We will miss you, George. However, let's not take anything away from the heroes of the day. It has to be said, the newcomers, Morocco, really, really impressive stuff. And now we have the standings full for Group 2, which we can go and have a look at. And as you can see, Madagascar coming back and getting that win from Ivory Coast was so clutch. You could see what it meant to them as well. That was such a massive game. Shout out to Rava. He was my MVP of that game. I think we're both agreed that, there was plenty of shooting there from Exomast. But also I felt like the MVP really was MRKX or Mach 10 or Mach X. Plenty of cool nicknames. So those are like two fantastic players to keep an eye on when it comes to the finals. And I know we can actually have a look at the results now as well, Vince, for the day. And you can have a look. I mean, Morocco dropping 93 on Madagascar. Madagascar know what they're doing. To give you an idea, like the tight, cagey affair there, Madagascar winning 53-51 over Ivory Coast. But then Morocco again coming back and dropping in 73. So they're averaging, 83 points a game. This is massive, mate.
It is massive. And we got Alper Bison right now in the chat here on Twitch saying good games today. All your fans are watching, and you know what? It was amazing. I do want to say to my Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire, hey, Ivory Coast forever. Y'all did show out. But, Madagascar, you creeped on right there. And the Malagasy, I'll work on it later. But Morocco. Oh my goodness. When I said that you were an unsung horse right there, you were an underdog right there, but you proved out that you are a superpower. I have never seen someone play like that, coming in newbie with so much confidence and having no sweat whatsoever going against champions. That was beautiful.
It was absolutely awesome. But of course, that was just the second group. We also have our Group 1 standings, which we can have a look at the other side of the bracket, where Egypt, look, Burkina Faso, first tournament, did have technical difficulties. That is to be expected in the online format. So it is going to be Tunisia and Egypt. And again, Tunisia coming through and kind of shocking a little bit, which was really impressive, and beating Egypt there. Egypt, though, will be going through. They were a little bit distraught. You could see what it meant to the captain to be repping the nation. And that's the big thing to take away. If it's your first time watching eFIBA Season 1, this is national pride. These players are playing and representing their nation. It means a lot to them. We love calling the game, but we have a lot of feeling for the players because there's so much pressure. The format of the tournament, Vince, we've loved the round robin. I love that every game matters. There's no like, you know, fluffy, let's coast through pool stage games. Every single game matters. And now we've got an electrifying final set up for Tuesday, Wednesday.
Absolutely. And then we want to see the results from that Group 1 because, again, that first game was insane. Again, we only got to see one because, again, shout out to, you know, the family there in Burkina Faso, which I wanted to say actually translate the land of honest men. Yeah. And I actually wanted to say that from the beginning. So shout out to y'all. But that game between Tunisia and Egypt, I mean, that's a good matchup right there.
Yeah.
Okay? That's a rematch, and I can't wait to see the final bracket going into the final.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. The Tunisia-Egyptian game was the tightest game to that moment that we'd had, right up until, of course, we saw Ivory Coast miss the buzzer beater. That was a really massive game, and Egypt, fought back, took the lead in the third. Tunisia then pulled away again, finished with a couple of massive free throws, which we love to see as well. Ice cold water in those veins. It was a really, really great game. I think we are going to have an incredibly exciting finals where really Morocco have to be the favorites now. Yeah. But it's still anybody's chance because they've got a few days to go away and study the film, try to find a bit of weakness in Morocco and see what they can do.
Now, we're talking about Morocco, right there. MRK had so much pride for his country. Waving that Moroccan flag, absolutely beautiful. I mean, you've been watching country after countries. Again, if you didn't know, this man is my eFIBA expert, okay? This guy has been in FIBA 1, 2, 3 Opens when it came from 1736 to 60 teams. You've seen nearly almost under 100 countries trying to perform at their best. I mean, how does it feel, you think, for these players to represent their country once more? Could you explain that?
It's massive, mate. And just to the uninitiated, they train just as much as the IRL basketball teams as well. The great behind-the-scenes shot that we got, a lot of the teams don't necessarily show all of this, but the Filipino team yesterday, with all the coaches behind them, we've got just as many coaches as players. You know, there's tacticians, there's statisticians, there's nutritionists. It's an absolutely brilliant setup, and that's what it takes to win at the top level in international 2K.
And one more, it's just that love for your country and then the love for the sport. As you see, I mean, explain also, how do you think these countries feel about basketball being all different regions all over the world?
Yeah, well, that's FIBA's doing, really, and that's why the shout out has to go to them. Obviously, the name of the tournament, eFIBA Season 1. These national basketball federations coming together, giving the players the resources to actually put together these national teams, perform on the international stage. It's massive. It means a lot. It's a massive undertaking, but really, really cool. And of course, it's just Season 1. There's a lot more to come.
Yes, you know, with FIBA, their main goal is basically bringing all the international teams and also players and, of course, countries coming together. We have this fantastic feature. And again, we have Tanzu from Turkey and also Mario from Spain showing how much they love the game of basketball. Check it out.
I am Tansu Aksoy from Turkish national team. I play as a small forward position. I am also the captain of the team.
Can't make it happen. Tanzu over to Kato, and Kato, of course.
The NBA2K is awesome because I like basketball a lot. I love watching basketball. I love playing basketball. Whenever I see a basketball and a court, my instincts are just flowing, you know. I just feel energetic. So whenever I open up a game, whenever I play the game, I just feel like that I have an opportunity to improve myself and also showcase my talent. So I feel like this is my in real life job right now. So I want to improve myself even more so I can make this career out of it, you know. The dream would be to get 3 championships in a row in FIBA and also get drafted in February to the NBA2K League.
Hello, I'm Mario Ortega, center for the Spanish national team in eFIBA basketball.
Ave Mario 32 here on your screens, and Jesus.
A lot of people ask me, like, because I have reached like almost everything, like I have reached the 2K League and all that, but for me, there's something I want to do, like I want it bad, that is winning with the national team. For me, it's a priority right now.
92-47, Russia is blown out by Spain.
Representing your national team is everything. Is something you dream when you are young. Obviously, I never thought it would be like in NBA2K. When I was young, I was thinking like less representing them like in basketball, in real basketball, or in soccer or something like that, football. Being here representing my nation is everything.
Thank you, Tanzu and Mario. Beautiful, beautiful pride for the game of basketball. Both of you are going far. Both of you are representing your country absolutely exquisitely. I love those muscles I saw before. But I gotta admit, that's exciting to see.
Yeah, big time. And of course, you know, that's a bit of a preview of what's coming up tomorrow, isn't it?
So right now, as you know, we are done with the eFIBA Asia qualifiers, then the eFIBA Africa qualifiers, and tomorrow we have the eFIBA Europe. And I am telling you, this one is our biggest conference ever. It's our biggest region. I'm telling you, we got 12 nations going at it. Groups split into 6-6. I mean, Chris, take us through right here.
Yeah, this is going to be massive. Germany, Latvia, Lithuania, Ukraine. Shout out to the Ukrainians, Turkey, Cyprus, Italy, Spain, Portugal, France, Great Britain, and Belgium. I mean, mate, a lot of returning faces right here as well, Vince. This is going to be absolutely classic. And it's so hard to pick a favorite. Yes, you've got former champs. You've got Italy. You know, you got Spain. But let's not forget about like the massive leaps and bounds that the likes of Great Britain have made. France. And just to remind everybody, 2 million viewers for the last time Spain and Great Britain played in 2K. I mean, the rivalry between these nations is absolutely massive. I am so excited and delighted that the Ukrainian team is going to be participating as well, mate. That's from the bottom of my heart. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Cyprus is a great story too, Vince. They came in and they got demolished the first time they entered an eFIBA tournament. They went away. The Basketball Federation and one coach in particular invested into the infrastructure of the 2K game in the community, recruiting the players. They came back in the last tournament and were so good. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us here in eFIBA season number 1. Any one of those teams could potentially go on a run and take it home. This is, for the kings of Europe, this is the behemoth conference.
Oh my God, behemoth is an understatement, because also, we talked about Saudi Arabia being almost 4 times champions because they're 3 times champions. But now I just heard that Turkey could tie them because they are 2-time champions when it comes to FIBA Open 2 and 3. So if they take it home, they may make some more history. Don't want to jinx anybody, because I do know is that anyone out there can take that win. I am so excited to be part of that tournament tomorrow. Look, this has been a whopping day, I gotta admit. Do you have any takeaways, Chris?
Oh, mate, for me, it's the newcomer nations, you know? Like, let's look at it. Morocco probably put their hand up to say, you know what, lads, it's our first tourney, but we are the favorites for an entire continent. I mean, that's gonna be massive. Their fans will be watching and going absolutely haywire. Can't wait. So for me, the new nations that were coming, Mongolia yesterday as well. Sam Nation, shout out to their captain, their best player. Really, really impressive stuff. And I love that we are going to have a really tight finals for the Africa Conference.
Gotcha. And let you know, thank you everyone who saw us live on Twitch and YouTube. I see people are still on the chat. Congratulations to our advancers and the eFIBA Africa qualifiers, Tunisia, Egypt, and also Madagascar. And now the new Knights of the Round Table, Morocco. But you're going to see tomorrow at 15:30 CET, 15:30, that is Central Europe time, that we're going to go live with the Europe nations. And I'm telling you, the eFIBA Europe qualifiers is going to be insane. I've been your host, Vince Chang. This right here is my man, my brother from down under, Chris Simpson, aka Trumpet Monkey.
Been a pleasure, Vince.
Been beautiful. We'll see you tomorrow, 15:30 CET, eFIBA Season 1. Peace out.